Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, Habibis. We are here. It's your weekly dose of the A-listers, Habibis. We are here. We are here to talk all things Primeras Ligas, you get me? So big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up to every single one of you. Flawless is on his way, and Jay is on his way. So don't worry, we will be getting... Okay, as soon as I said that, this guy just made me change the overlays for noise. Hi, Flawless. Hi, your royalty. One game, one win, and he thinks he could just stop turning up on time. Wow.
My apologies. My apologies for
the arrogance of a man with one win in the month of October. So arrogant.
Like I needed the win to be arrogant.
That's actually a shout out to myself because I didn't even win in October. That's the funny part.
But yeah, my apologies to the chat, everyone watching this back, the entire panel, and everyone not called Husam for my lateness. My apologies.
Don't worry. Jay's even later than you, so
hope everyone's good.
Yeah, big up.
Blessings.
Big up, Habibis. Look at this guy. Look, what are you doing, bro? What's this guy doing?
Yo,
why are you wearing your Brazil shirt?
86 of the 1,461-day reign as your world champions. You already know what it is. Hit the like, subscribe, kiss the ring, acknowledge your king, and you guys got a cold hard dose of what true kingship is. Up the fucking Chelsea.
Hey, Lewis, tap your mic. Just make sure.
What do you mean?
Just make sure you're talking through your mic. Again? Yeah, it sounds a bit. It might be on my end. That's why I said tap it just to make sure.
Yeah, that should be right.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a Brazil shirt?
Why, bruv? You already know why. The man you've been trying to dunk on all summer dunked on you, bruv. Ooh, Ariayo. Estevao. Ooh, Ariayo. Estevao. Hold that, bruv.
This might be the quickest puff I've got to take on a stream. I'm already.
The X6 records today, bro. You know what it is.
Oh, Lord.
Why is life like this? Yes, Vater. Go ahead, Habibi.
Oh, yeah.
Man said, go ahead. Listen. It's going to be a nice show. We have things to do. But before we do, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
Run it back.
Let's go.
Run back. One more time for the audience.
One more time. The ladies like it too. One more time.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
Let's go,
Vader. Hi, Solz, the only one who's normal on the stream, clearly. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, top of the league behavior in it. Just gotta be standard. Can't overdo it.
Fairs. And big up to Sarcasm TV emblem. Make sure you guys check out the crest.
Hello.
You get me? Hello.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. You already know that lovely logo right
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Yeah, I don't have no intro music like Vader. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no speech.
Yeah, Vader
like,
too rich for us now, man.
Don't try that rich gimmick stuff, but I will be on camera in a second. I'm just finishing setting up. But big up for having me. Appreciate Husam every single time, man. Looking forward to the show.
Knowing Flawless how I know him, are you eating chicken nuggets right now?
No, why you think I'm eating chicken nuggets? I'm literally just setting up. That's all, man. I'm literally.
What do you mean, wow, Vader? You know this guy loves chicken nuggets. He told us before.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. You love chicken nuggets like that, Flawless?
Yeah. You're such a liar. You said you love McDonald's chicken nuggets. Why are you doing this to me?
I do, but like I don't be eating them. And you make out like they're my favorite meal or something like that. Even top 5. Like,
Said you
Bro,
love
no one's favorite meal is chicken nuggets. But obviously, you're not gonna be eating fucking curry goat on a YouTube show. Like, you get me?
No, that's the I had curry goat earlier. I literally had it earlier on today.
See? But you can't be eating that on YouTube because you're gonna get your hand messy and everything. Nuggets you can eat one bite.
Let's go. My pigs of a child. You know
Depends if you put some sauce on it though.
Bro, you think I can eat like stuff like okay, khalas, you want to know something?
You know what's crazy? I've eaten curry goat and rice on stream before. I've done it before.
How?
It's not
bad. How you just get with a fork? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What do you mean how? With a fork, like a normal.
With a fork. Okay.
Yes.
So what do you do with the stuff around the bone?
What stuff around the bone? Yeah, you just. Oh yeah, obviously knife. Just cut it as well. Just cut it with the knife. Chop it up and eat that like a grown adult. Like, why is this so crazy? You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. You did not tune into Master Chef. You have tuned into Don Husam. You get me? So big up to the Football Terrace for the raid as well. Make sure you guys close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Also, all my brothers' links are in the description. So please go give them all a subscribe. You get me? Sarkam City TV for more recipes and more football streams. You get me? So go subscribe over to his channel. Carefree Lewis G is in the description. Dio's channel is in the description. Of course, he couldn't make today's stream, but regardless, his link is in the description.
He's lucky he couldn't make today's stream, by the way.
Why he's lucky?
Because you know what? The man's not here.
I can't hold anything Dio says. I can't represent it.
I won't make you. But the thing is, whenever the press is being applied for whatever reason, Dio's got to come and offer himself as an outlet pass for Husam. But he's lucky he's not here today.
Anyway, Spurs are above you, so he gets to be top row. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome back to the channel. Obviously there's only one place to start. Bro. Hi, Lewis. You get me? Like and subscribe. Hi, yes. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
Before I talk to you, could you bring this up for me, please?
Oh, fuck you. I already know. There you are.
On your head top, bruv. About, we did nothing special other than the goal. Fuck off with your agenda, bruv. Another Moises Caicedo masterclass on the big stage. And another Moises Caicedo masterclass against a big team. You know, this was really the worst kind of result for you. Because the two-man you've been trying to take the piss out of, the two-man, that bag. Shout out Todd Miller, my G. This one's for you, bruv. Man like Estevao and Caicedo scored. And look, I have been listening to a lot of what's been said. And I do get that you have your own midfield problems. And I do get some of it might have been apparent for the first goal. But what we are not going to do is act like it was all just Liverpool howlers and not Chelsea just being smart tactically as well. Because we were doing rotations and they worked out brilliantly. Gusto drags out McAllister. Fucking Enzo Fernandez drags out Gravenberch. Cucurella runs into the space and pins the centre-backs with João Pedro. And it creates an overload. That's also why we bagged that first goal. It was not just, oh, Liverpool fucked up and Liverpool weren't at their best. Because I've seen that narrative go around. And I love how whenever we beat a big team, there's always some bullshit asterisk. Oh, Liverpool just won the league, so they weren't really taking the game. Oh, a PSG were tired. They were tired. They played a lot of games. Not like Chelsea didn't play a lot of games too. They're tired. They had one less day of training because their semi-final was on the Wednesday. And now we've beaten Liverpool again, the Galactico Liverpool team. And I need to talk about all the money that's been spent because it's such a great narrative that everybody loves to run. Oh, Chelsea spent all of this and they can't do this and they can't beat this and they can't beat that. Liverpool put 500 million or something around that remark. I don't care if it's a bit off. All of our numbers seem to be off as well, so I don't give a damn. But around that amount was spent on a title-winning side, and that title-winning side has got worse. You, man, have spent the last month or two mocking our centre-backs, all for us to do you with no centre-backs. Man, like 1.5 playing for us. at the start. Achimpong and Badiashile, nobody was afraid of that, but they instilled fear. Like Mo Salah, he tried everything and everything. He couldn't get a whiff of joy until the second half. And then in the second half, this brother turned into Mo Rata because everything he put wide, over the bar, wide. It was like he was beefing the Liverpool fans. We could talk about all the big money players that didn't turn up when the big games happened, but I want to also hear about Mo Salah as well. But we're not just going to do the talking about Liverpool because I want to big up my players too. Enzo Fernandez, the man they call the fat Teletubby, absolutely running rings around the Liverpool midfield. I agree with you. A lot of our attacks started through Enzo Fernandez. He cooked just as much as Moises Caicedo cooked. Who else? Estevao off the bench. Incredible. Even if he didn't have the best of starts, because I actually think Robertson got the best of him in the first duels, for like the first 10, 15 minutes. And the same thing for Lavia. They both grew into the game and they helped us see things out and also start peppering the Liverpool goal within the last 15 minutes. Reece James, there is a reason why I will stand by you no matter what injury problems you might go through. Because I know that when you are playing, you are top one. Nobody comes close. Some man can get in the conversation, but the conversation starts and finishes with Reece James. Just like the conversation in left back starts and ends with Marc Cucurella. This brother is everywhere. His intensity and his IQ is on a different fucking planet. We are so lucky to have these guys in our team, as well as the midfield that we have. Man like Caicedo, I already said I'm done beefing with midfielders in England now. We put me in the same conversation as Pedri, and I'm leaving it there. Shout out Pedri, though. You the real one. You the one that I will hear the conversation about. And that is it. And then, who else? Even Gittins and Garnacho.
You're doing the Arsenal special right now. You're moving like an Arsenal fan. Just, I want to let you know this. You're completely moving like an Arsenal.
So who are we talking too much about?
You cannot be saying Caicedo and Pedri in the same sentence. That's too much. That's
No. That is the sentence. That's number 1 and number 2.
No, that's not. Caicedo ain't even number 5 in the world right now. Stop it. Hey, he's not better than Joao Neves or Vitinha or
the
Pedri.
ones that you spit roasted in the World Cup final. Nah, sorry, man.
Okay, but did I say? I didn't say that PSG were tired, so that wasn't one of my narratives. But you're moving like an Arsenal. You're completely moving like an Arsenal fan right now. I hope you know this. The same fans that you mocked. No, let me say something. The same fans that you mocked, you're moving like, because you're seeking validation for Moises Caicedo.
I don't need validation. He's on that level.
What did you start your speech with? You said, no, wait. What did you say? You said your words, Lewis, not mine. Your words here. I'm going to come closer to you even so you can hear me properly. So what did you say at the start of the whole thing? You were like, I'm not hearing that it's Liverpool that didn't defend well. It's also Moises you have to give credit to. So that's the part where you're seeking validation. The second thing is...
No. I said Chelsea need to be given credit for that entire goal. Cucurella, Enzo Fernandez, Malo Gusto, and Caicedo. Because they all played their part.
I'm saying...
And I said, I'm not hearing arguments with Caicedo and any other midfielder in England. That literally says to me, I don't need your validation. I'm not listening to it. I know where my guy stands.
The part where I'm saying you're moving like an Arsenal fan. Why am I saying it?
Because no. But then you said I'm seeking validation, which we've just shown is a lie. That's not true.
Because you have to... Okay, you beat PSG in the final. Correct. Caicedo, Palmer, all these players were amazing in the final. I never discredited Chelsea. I never said PSG were tired. That's bullshit. Because no one said PSG were tired when they beat Bayern. So I never made that argument. I'm simply saying... Just because you beat PSG does not make Caicedo better than Vitinha or Joao Neves or these players because they had all-timer seasons.
Mean that's not the case.
Let me ask you, Husam. Do you think
they had all-timer seasons?
Do you think Caicedo's not a top 5?
Caicedo's been fucking balling out for the last 2 years.
Bro, if I'm looking at the midfielders and look, here's the thing.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay, I'll answer you. Let me tell you exactly what I said on MHF. Lewis heard it, so I'll tell you what I said. I said I think the best midfielder in the whole league is Rodri. Now, the next 3, Rice, Caicedo, and Gravenberch are separated by a hair. When I say separated by a hair, you know how small a hair is. So we're not going to sit up here and argue semantics. Like it's like 9.98, 9.97, 9.96. So it's very small difference between them. But when we bring in the whole planet, though, now I'm looking at Vitinha, Joao Neves, Fabian Ruiz. Camavinga. You get me? I'm looking at Chouameni. I'm looking at Pedri. I'm looking at so many. By the way, like so many amazing players on the planet.
But that's why I asked
And so far, I'm gonna be honest.
The Real Madrid ones aren't that good.
Caicedo this season in the Champions League, his worst performance was away at Bayern. This guy was there to watch it in person. Away at Bayern, he didn't have a good game.
I mean, that's not a bad performance by his standards. That's the best part.
Is it not possible that Gravenberch had a bad performance by his standards based on that same criteria you're giving Caicedo?
Exactly. Because we judge Caicedo by that standard. We don't judge him by lower standard.
Lewis, I think you're justified in saying like Caicedo in some of these big games. He's turned up. He's scoring screamers.
I agree.
I think the context is like Chelsea deserve a lot of credit. Yeah, they owed Liverpool one for that League Cup loss, final loss. They owed them, and Chelsea had a lot of
Wembley as well.
No, but Chelsea had a lot of players missing for this game.
Tax the 2 times,
and they did Liverpool. And last week, Husam. Last week we were talking, and I said, I was like, I think Chelsea will get something from this game. And you were very confident. I was like, no, I think Chelsea will get something because what happens when you, and Lewis will praise his players, but it's the cumulative total. So when Lewis says we got Reece James, we got Cucurella, we got Caicedo, eventually you have to put the sum of that players together, and those players have to be capable of doing something. Do you know what I mean? Like these players are capable of doing something, and I don't know, like Chelsea. They deserve a lot of credit. Maresca deserves a lot of credit. I think Chelsea deserve more credit than Liverpool deserve abuse for the performance.
Whoa! We never overlook or try to bypass Liverpool.
No, I'm not saying that we're not going to abuse Liverpool.
I'm with it though. It's about time people just said Chelsea played well.
So Chelsea start that game. JJ, I'll give you one sentence. Can I just say one sentence? So Chelsea start that game with Achimpong and Reece James playing at centre back, and you're telling me we don't deserve abuse?
No. We ended the game that Badiashile started.
Badiashile, whatever, tomato, same shit. All 4 centre backs that you had are either not centre backs or not experienced or not qualified. All 4. Guess what? All 4. You know. This is the thing that I said, and this is what pisses me off. We did not even test Sanchez once. And I'm supposed to sit here and go like, oh, Chelsea deserve so much credit because they completely deserve. Habibi, it's not just Salah. Even Salah, we had
3 clear-cut chances. What are we doing, man?
I'm gonna do the flawless thing. Name the clear-cut chances. The Wirtz pass
chances off the right-hand side and put them over the bar, and then Wirtz in the 46th minute got one to him and he put it wide.
Okay, so the Wirtz pass, that's a clear-cut chance. Salah going against Cucurella, cutting in and shooting from the edge of the penalty box is not a clear-cut chance. My point is,
Salah shouldn't even be putting on target.
Okay, Lewis, just give me 10 seconds. I'll break down what I'm saying, and even Jay, just hear me out. I'm saying, for me personally, as a Liverpool fan, when I showed you that still image just before the Caicedo goal, I showed you that around Anthony Taylor was a donut hole. That's what Erik ten Hag in his second season used to have. So I'm calling out my manager.
Earlier was why? Because Gusto and Enzo came forward and they followed with them, leaving the space in behind for Cucurella to run in and pin the centre backs with João Pedro.
There was no need for Gravenberch to run all the way with Enzo Fernandez because Gravenberch is our DM. He should have had that space covered. And you don't know this, but I know this because I'm a Liverpool fan. Gravenberch gave an interview and said Slot has given him the license to roam forward, which I don't like. So I'm calling it out. So yes, Chelsea deserve credit. Chelsea deserve to win. I have not said once Chelsea don't deserve to win. Chelsea were the better team.
It's also how we caused the goal.
But there is a reason for this.
All the Liverpool mistake. It's also partly to do with how we exposed that.
No, it's not just a Liverpool mistake because the Caicedo goal in itself as a goal was an unbelievable goal. So that by definition
to open that gap.
By definition, it's not just a Liverpool mistake because the goal was taken unbelievably well. My point is simply, with all that offensive talent we had out there on the pitch, with everyone that we had, the fact that we didn't even test Robert Sanchez, make him make a save, that shows me that I've got to blame myself more than give you praise. That's it.
I agree with that, but I think Salah's got to take a big part of it because there's 3 chances that you should have put on target, at least with all of them.
I think
I agree with that.
I think it's
I mean,
hard from Chelsea, man. Like Chelsea actually played a very good game, and Maresca was the reason they won this game. His substitutions, the way he managed the game, and also the players take a lot of credit as well because the way they press you and pin you in, that's exactly what we needed to see from Chelsea. They did exactly what Liverpool didn't want to come into this game to do. And considering like their sort of absences, should we say as well, they've played a very strategic game, which Liverpool couldn't break and Slot didn't have answers for. Now, you can come there and say, like, yes, certain players should put their chances away and stuff like that, but he didn't make the big calls. He didn't he didn't substitute and hook the plays that he needed to. Salah was having a stinker. Let's be absolutely real about it. You know, Isak wasn't even there. Like, that's the reality.
You don't stop Salah, though. That's like...
No, you do. When he's having a stinker, you have to. Sometimes you have to make a call. You absolutely do.
I hear what you're saying, but
the guy's not been good all season. The thing is, at some point, you've got to make the big call. You've got to be ballsy in the sort of manager.
The problem is you don't really know who you're replacing with. Last season,
let me give you an example, right? Let me say why I'm saying it. Like, if you look at Caicedo, for example, right? Okay, even if you don't want to take Salah for him, Caicedo has come off the bench and produced for Liverpool. Why didn't he even come on? That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you've got to make the big calls.
Caicedo should have come on for Gakpo.
Right,
maybe, or even easier. But what I'm saying is, for example, the other thing that he made a mistake with,
he looks like shit.
Hugo Ekitike has been miles better for Liverpool than what we've seen of Isak at the moment. Isak, obviously, that's match fitness, you know, getting used to it, blah, 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 right? There's a lot of excuses you can give to him. But Ekitike should have started. He has been the guy on form. If your ego of him doing a stupid red card is going to get in the way of you winning, then this is what's going to happen. You kind of bought it on yourself.
He had an injury. That's why he didn't start. He's recovering from a knock.
Is he?
Yeah, I didn't even think he was going to be.
Then Chiesa should have come on. So if he's got a knock,
I didn't think he'd be in the squad to begin with.
So then Chiesa should have come on. This is even more stupidity from the club.
I agree. Look, I think so far here's my thing. Drop Salah, call out Salah. I said Salah deserves a 0 out of 10 in that Chelsea performance. I agree. You know, the only good moment he had all game was the outside of the foot cross to Isak. That's it. That's his only good moment the whole game. I'm simply saying Salah didn't play against Galatasaray. He was on the bench. We didn't look any better. And the reason why Jay is right about I don't sub him off, and I'm being honest about it, is despite the fact that he can be having a horrible game, he can give me a moment at any moment in time. So I keep him on and I take the risk.
But you have to make a calculated decision. At the moment, he isn't doing that.
I would have taken off Gakpo and put on Chiesa 100%.
No, that's fine. But what I'm saying is Salah at the moment, like, of course, yes, he can give you that moment. Yes, he could produce, but he hasn't been. For the last, 4, 5, 6 games, he hasn't done that. He hasn't produced magic. He hasn't produced the moments that Salah produces. Maybe hooking him is what you need to do.
I think you're dragging it. All due respect, I've seen Saka have 2-3 games where he's not playing well. Then you don't bench Saka.
We did. Guess what we did? Okay, let me give you an example. Newcastle 1-0 down. What did we do?
I hear what you're saying. But I'm saying you don't.
No, but it's a false comparison. Saka 1-0 down.
False comparison, bro. I'm saying. Saka
1-0. Okay, we were losing to Newcastle 1-0.
Listen to my point. It's very simple. Your best player, regardless of form, sometimes you just go with that guy. Chelsea did it with Palmer.
How many games, though, Jay?
You just go with your guy.
Jay, how many games?
Bro, how many games? What?
No, I'm asking because you're saying I hear your overall point about you play your best player. How many bad games does he perform before you drop him?
For me, someone like Salah, you probably give him 10, 15.
He's closing in.
For me, that's the level of stock in the bank someone like that player has because it can turn in any game. The flow can suddenly change. So you don't know the moment it's going to change. So I play him into form. That's what I would do personally.
Like 10, 15
I'm not
games,
going to overly critique a manager who goes with that logic because that's what I would do. Do you see what I mean? I'm not.
Thank you. I agree with that.
Sorry.
Can I just make something clear? Sorry, because I want to make this clear. I, as a Liverpool fan, I'm not taking credit away from Chelsea. I'm not saying Chelsea don't deserve to win. Like I want to explain this to the chat and to you guys as well. Chelsea 100% deserve to win. Maresca outcoached Slot. All of these things I agree with. I'm simply saying just rule of thumb here. when I've got 10 Liverpool players that look like shit out there on the pitch, when I've got a donut hole open in midfield, when I've got my manager making the wrong substitutions, when I got the wrong style, the wrong system, when I got Robert Sanchez, Achimpong, and Reece James at centre back, and I don't even make Sanchez make a save, I have every right to say Liverpool played like shit and we deserve abuse. Like as like criticism, we deserve so much criticism for that performance. So that's just me being logical about it. No one is saying that Chelsea don't deserve to win or they don't deserve credit. They do. And I wasn't one of the people that Lewis was referring to when he said PSG were tired. I never made that excuse. I said amazing win for Chelsea.
I was just saying in general.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't one of those people. So I always like 99% of the time I'll give credit in defeat. But I'm sorry that I'm just cussing out my team and I'm upset at everything that we did out there on the football pitch because we deserve so much criticism for that bullshit performance. My manager brought on Endo. It was 1-1. He brought on Endo.
Holman saying, "Yo, they're going for the fucking draw. Let's get this win." I was like,
Bro,
fucking Endo 1-1.
What the hell is this? Like, I wanted to bring just Slot for 2 minutes and just speak to him and go like, Habibi, okay, you bring on Endo, explain to me, like, what does that give us? It doesn't give us defensive solidity. It doesn't give us going forward, nothing. So what Slot did in that game was just horrendous. And it's been happening for 3 games now. You guys keep talking about Salah. Salah was dropped against Galatasaray. Do we look any better? No, we don't. We lost as well away in Turkey. Wirtz was dropped. Do we look any better? No. Isak was dropped. Do we look any better? No. So there is a systematic.
With Hugo Ekitike, you do look good.
Okay, you say with Hugo Ekitike against Galatasaray, who was the starting striker? Ekitike. Salah was dropped. We look like ass.
No, but in general, yeah, you can do okay. But Salah can have 15 games. Ekitike for what your opening 5, 6, 7 games or whatever it is has been good. Categorically, he's been good.
My brother, I agree with you that listen,
you can have one off game.
Ekitike from the striker signings this summer has probably been the best performing striker signing.
Yeah,
based on numbers as well.
Yeah,
there's no problem with that.
I'd say even on performance.
I'm just saying, everyone was dropped and the performance wasn't good. And for this specific Chelsea game, Ekitike just had a knock.
But Premier League and Champions League can't be compared. Like Turkey away is a difficult game.
Okay, Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace are a good side.
But there is a difference between good side and we should be 5-0 down in one half.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm not sitting here. Look, I'm not saying to. And what I'm saying is in the game. I'm not saying drop Salah, by the way. I'm just saying when you're looking at the game, when I'm seeing the opportunities missing, sometimes
you kind of did say drop Salah.
No. I said hook him. Hook him. I didn't say drop him. I said hook him.
I'm with Jay's school of thought. Keep him on the pitch. That's my thought.
But that's why you as well. He didn't do anything.
I get it now just because you don't really have adequate depth for him.
Yeah. But Lewis,
I was thinking of Gakpo for Chiesa. That I agree with.
Look at it like this, yeah. You can make the argument Salah's not playing well, but then obviously from a chance creation point of view, Chelsea took control of the game back. Chelsea did lose control of the game in the second half. Liverpool scored. They looked all right. Then Chelsea made some changes, stepped back up, and then the pendulum swung the other way. In that moment, for me, another thing is you want stability. So if you're Liverpool in that moment, maybe you bring in an Endo, you're looking at that because you've lost control of the game. Do you see what I mean? So I'm not going to say that it's justified. And there's a good argument of saying, how can you spend £400 million and like your team is materially, do you know what I mean? You've got holes in the team still.
What it was, it was the biggest ego window ever. Isak wasn't needed. As soon as they signed Ekitike, they should have fucked off Isak and gone and balanced the team. They should have balanced the team. Like whether the money's there or not, they focus far too much on Isak. They let Mark Guehi go to the deadline date. They needed more than that. Whether it's Isak or Ekitike, they didn't need to go do both. That's the reality. Like they need more balance in their team, whether to go get a midfielder, go get a centre back, and they would have been a lot better off. Now, I'm not saying don't get Isak, but if you got Isak on top of all of that, no one cares. But that's their downfall, and that's their mistake because they wanted to play big guns. And that's
when you say ego, though, like, can you expand on that? Because I want to. Can I? Okay, you first explain it, and then I'll respond. Go ahead.
Yeah,
what
so
do you mean ego?
The reason why I'm saying it's an ego or a boastful move is because They went for Ekatike on the back of Newcastle taking the piss. The way that the media narrative, that's my view on the situation. I'm not saying that's exactly what they were doing, but my view on the situation, Ekatike was signed on the back of Newcastle taking the piss. That was their target. They were heavily going in for him. They came in last minute and just took him, right? They didn't look, but now that they've signed Ekatike,
why would they
on top of that?
Because the other club is taking the piss. I don't see that at all. Liverpool obviously wanted Ekatike, or we wouldn't have signed him. That wasn't a gotcha at Newcastle. We'd pay 70 million for what?
For a player that's good, but you didn't need to sign him.
Okay, but regardless, that doesn't describe ego anyway. So what do you mean?
No, it is an ego signing. It's an ego. It's a boastful. Like, look at us, what we can do. You wanted to play the big guns. You wanted to go in there and go to Newcastle, bully them into giving you Isak and all of this, and get him to be a lot more uncomfortable at the club and stuff. Which is fine.
But now you're just going an emotional route because
that's fine.
What we heard in the summer is that Zach told the club 3 months before
what you should have done is focus on the Mark Guehi rather than just sitting there and pandering with Newcastle. What you needed to do was go get your other signings done because you knew you're going to get Isak anyway. Or if you had done that, that's fine. You would have had a much balanced team and you wouldn't be here crying about it.
Okay.
But the thing, Solz, just on that, I just want to say, so just the point on like play, Liverpool have Isak, yeah, they have Ekatike. I can't look inside Richard Hughes' brain. I will never know like what he truly wanted to do with the squad, how he wanted to put together. Cool. But my thing is that you play. If Isak is fit, you want to play him. Ekatike, you want to play him. When Gyökeres first came to Arsenal, yeah, he wasn't super fit in the second game, yeah. Still played him. Sometimes you can play your striker into fitness as well. Like, I'm not sure, like, you can make the argument about Ekatike, but you could also make the argument that Ekatike ruined his own rhythm with the sending off against Southampton. Do you know what I mean? And he's given Isak the chance to try and get the familiarity into the team. I think it's early. Like, you know what I mean? I think obviously
I'm not even slagging Isak. All I'm saying is, like, when you're looking at who's ready to play this game, Ekatike looks ready to play a game like this. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't play him. I'm not saying
listen
don't
to the name Solz is saying, and then Lewis is upset why I'm critiquing my own team.
No, I don't have any issues with that. I see there's some Chelsea praise with it. I got that, so I'm chill now.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I give you praise, but
get praise.
If there is a donut hole empty in my midfield, I have to say, why is there a donut?
No. But you need to
I hear all of that.
Yes, there's a part of it is to do with slot, but Chelsea also drew your players out of position as well. You've got to give it praise as well. You can't just sit there and go, all of it was Liverpool's fault. No, Chelsea also.
I have to share this.
I hear what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying in terms of what Gravenberg used to do compared to what he did now. What I'm saying what I'm saying is Chelsea exposed that for the first goal. So I get your point, but we used that to our advantage because we were aware of that. That's why I'm crediting my team for it. And I do hear your criticisms as well, but my team's got to get the credit for it as well.
Which you deserve, because you deserve to win. And Enzo hit the post as well with the header.
Because the narrative before just made it sound like it was all because Liverpool fucked up. It's like, no, we pulled your midfielders in and used the space in behind and exposed
But that's the narrative I believe. I believe we fucked up.
I believe it's something that we've exposed. And you can say it's a fuck up, but it's because it's something we exposed because we saw that hole as something we could take advantage of.
Okay, but what did you expose? You exposed the fuck up. So who made the mistake? Us.
But it's still up to us to take advantage of it. Some clubs won't do that.
True, some clubs won't take advantage. I understand that. I'm simply saying I'm looking at the root cause of the issue and why there is space over there. Why is this happening? And that's why I said the Caicedo goal was unbelievable.
Can isolate and expose those sorts of weaknesses. Which is why I say it just goes both ways. Praise got to be given as well as criticize the way you set your team up to leave yourself open like that.
Look, here's the thing. I want to respond as well to what Solz said. I think this whole notion of Galacticos and ego is the weakest thing and the biggest cop-out. And this is something that even some Liverpool fans are saying, and this needs to be shut down immediately. I went and I looked at the definition of Galacticos because I want to know what I'm talking about. And I knew that this wasn't Galacticos. I'll tell you why. I went to the definition of the word Galacticos. It's on Wikipedia. Galacticos are signing proven players who've already won at the top level, who are looked at as game changers. Real Madrid, 20 years ago, signed Michael Owen, Ballon d'Or winner. Figo, Ballon d'Or winner. Zidane, Ballon d'Or winner. R9, Ballon d'Or winner. They signed 4 Ballon d'Or winners. I'm not even looking at anyone else. Beckham finished second in the Ballon d'Or voting. These 5 players are all players who have, watch this, either won the World Cup or the Champions League or trebles or league titles. So now I want to understand, Isak with the Carabao Cup, what makes that a Galactico signing? Wirtz with the German Bundesliga and Frimpong with the Bundesliga, what makes him a Galactico signing? Kerkez coming from Bournemouth, what makes him a Galactico signing? Ekitike coming from Frankfurt, what makes him a Galactico signing? I think this is a cop-out, and this stops us from looking at the root cause of the issue, which is the style and the structure, which is 2 words that Lewis used the whole year 2 years ago because it was the biggest issue, and I'm using it right now because it's the biggest issue for us. This is a cop-out. We can't sit here and act like, oh, the reason why Liverpool aren't performing is because too many egos. Who gave Isak an ego? Carabao Cup? He hasn't even won a golden boot. What ego?
Hold on.
Wait. I'm sick of this. No, I'm sick of this.
No,
the only players. No. Let me land this. It's very important. Let me land it. You want to know the only players at Liverpool who are considered Galacticos players? Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah. You can say McAllister because he's won the World Cup. Like, we're talking about players who have won every single trophy, so they have an ego the size of the room. Isak has not won a golden boot, not won a league title, not won a Champions League. Wirtz has won the Bundesliga, I understand that, but he hasn't won the Champions League, he hasn't won the World Cup, he hasn't competed at the high level for anything, he hasn't even gotten to a Champions League final. Same with Frimpong. Kerkez was playing for fucking Bournemouth. Ekitike was playing for Eintracht Frankfurt.
No, you're doing that now.
Galactico.
You weren't doing
let
this.
Me land. Let me land. Galacticos is signing Rodrigo, Mbappe, Pedri, Musiala. That's Galacticos summer. Galacticos summer is not signing players who still have so much to prove and so much to win. Isak's trophy cabinet right now is a Carabao Cup medal, and you're telling me egos and Galacticos. Luis Figo, when he came,
you signed Isak, you're running away with the league, did you not?
I beg you, let me land. Luis Figo, when he came to Real Madrid, already won everything, including Ballon d'Or. Owen won every single trophy there is to win, except the league title, and won the Ballon d'Or. Scored memorable goals at the World Cup. These are all players that have done nothing in their career.
Okay, Husam. Okay, so let me just compound that. I'm not going to go into what you said in the past, or whatever. I just want to be like, okay, I feel like the definition you gave for Galactico, Wirtz and Frimpong fits that definition based on the fact they went, unbeaten league title, Wirtz, 2-time German player of the year. I think he fits Galactico. Yeah?
Okay, the rest of them.
You bought Isak. I think most people would say he's a top 3, number 9 in the league, and you bought him from the team that finished 3rd. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yes, so you just bought him from Newcastle, casual, maybe 4th, I'm not sure, but you bought him from a top 4 team that did not want to sell him. Yeah.
Okay.
Record.
Now the rest of them.
Transfer fee. So if you're the record transfer fee in the Premier League, I'm okay with you being called a Galactico. He's 26. You ain't buying him for promise. You're buying him for output right now. Correct. So okay, you can say that the likes of a Kerkez, and
a Frimpong,
and no, Frimpong still came from that Leverkusen side. Yeah, so he's a champion. He's a champion with you want to do semantics, yeah? I can do semantics too.
Frimpong is a Galactico, rest in peace football.
Let me say one thing. You everyone is hanging too much on Galacticos and the term Galactico. Liverpool just had a massive window that they were expected to improve this season based off what they did. Don't need to hang on Galacticos. You're going to lose everything on that's the main point.
On top of that, though, Husam's right.
Before you Lewis is right, because what Lewis is doing here is Husam is distracting us with semantics rather than saying these players cost hundreds of millions of pounds and they had a level of expectation. It is too early to go on these players, in my opinion. It is too early. However, like Kerkez, I think most people can say he looks like he's being misused because the guy was quality because he was attacking. You're asking the guy to defend, and now we're seeing, you know what, this guy's not that good defensively one-on-one. Do you know what I mean? So Liverpool and Slot is exposing some of these players by making them do things that aren't natural to them and putting them in certain places. But for the balance of the team, it's necessary. So I think Liverpool will
So you're saying that I'm basically protecting this team from criticism when you're saying the same stuff
I'm saying when this team
but you
clicks,
just said the same exact thing I said. So
no, but my point is when this team clicks, you're not going to be like, these guys aren't top players. We didn't expect a lot from these players.
I signed Alexander Isak because I want Alexander Isak to score 20 plus Premier League goals and win me the league. You're 100% correct. Exactly. I'm not doing semantics. I'm saying out there at Stamford Bridge, by the way, guys, we have 830 people who are not even at 200 likes yet. Have some shame. So please hit the like button, subscribe, bro. What the hell is this?
Moving like
you guys...
Salah, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're moving like Salah, bro. Come on, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe right now. That's number one. Number two, here's my point. So I signed Isak, Verts, and all these players to win right now, which I completely agree with. I said away at Stamford Bridge, the highest rating I'd give an outfield player out of 10 is a 4 out of 10. Every single player deserves criticism. Our best player was below average. There was no one that was good even. There was no one that had an acceptable performance. They were all shit. That includes Van Dijk, that includes Salah, that includes some of the players that I like, Isak, everyone. No one had a good performance on the whole pitch, including Gakpo, who scored a goal, and the rest of the game, he was tripping up his own dribble. He was falling over. He couldn't control the ball. He couldn't pass it. Couldn't do fuck all. Cody Gakpo. Locked up as well by Reece James, and then by whoever the hell played right back after that. I forgot who even played right back. Caicedo, whoever. Right? So, for me, not a single outfield player deserves praise. But I'm also right in saying, when you come here and you tell me it's an ego problem, I'm sorry, what gave Isak an ego? A Carabao Cup?
Well, Husam,
what gave Kirkus an ego?
Nah, in regards to it, I hear exactly what he's saying in regards to, like, they are getting away. In particular, the manager, I think, is getting away scot-free with these excuses.
Thank you.
Saying,
Thank you.
It's ego. The midfield balance is not right. Oh, they don't have a right back. Oh, they needed a left winger. That was not the conversation when the window ended. When they signed Frimpong and Kirkes and Isak and Verts, I've heard people say that, Isak and Verts can't, like, it's tough to get them all in the same side. What do you mean it's tough to get Isak and Verts in the same side and get the best out of him? That's rich people problems. That's a problem you want to have. It shouldn't be a problem because they're two quality players. Let's talk about, you can criticize the individual players not been up to it. In particular, Verts, not been at it. Salah, Gakpo, the list goes on in regards to Liverpool players who haven't been well. But when a whole team is underperforming, you look to the manager. This is I think Slot is getting away scot-free with this. And I'm not saying he should be sacked or fired, but I'm saying if I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm looking directly at him. You have all of this talent and can't get the most out of it. Don't tell me I'm not hearing about balance. I'm not hearing about needing a left winger and you don't have a right back and the squad ain't good. How much more talent do you need to figure this out? Liverpool should not look that bad. You have Alisson, Van Dijk, Kanate, Frimpong, Kirkes, McAllister, Gravenberch, Salah, Isak, Verts, Gakpo, Ekatike. Figure that out. How much more talent?
And we don't test Sanchez once. We don't test Sanchez once. Rule of thumb for every single panelist, and that's why I'm going to call every single one of you out except Flawless because he kept the same energy. I'm calling every single one of you guys out. Rule of thumb for every single football club. If 10 outfield players are all playing like shit, you don't blame every single individual. So anytime we talk about
during the Poch era, you're fraud.
Wait. Lewis. No, 1 second. Forget the Poch era because I didn't rate your players. Everyone rates Isak and Salah and Gravenberch. Everyone rates this team because guess what?
No, I completely agree with you. I just had to reload.
Thank you.
Where were you 2 years ago when I needed you?
So when Flawless says this, I brought up this example. Lewis saw it, but the rest of you didn't see it. So I'm going to show you the example. So when we talk about we don't have solutions and we need this and we need nothing. We have the solutions already. I'm going to show you this the people in the chat know. This was the team we played against Atletico. Our best performance of the whole season. Our most offensive performance. This is the game where we had the most we had 7 big chances created. 7 big chances created in this game. We have not ran back this team once. Frimpong with Salah, because Salah is old as shit, I give him an overlapping quick fullback, so that gives him an option in case someone wants to run down the wing. Verts and Isak, that, by the way, as well, I want to say something. That, by the way, no bullshit, was the one time where I work with rivals all the time. You guys know, not a single person criticized Verts after the Atletico performance. Him and Isak linking up play. He was creative. He created the most chances on the pitch. Why? Because Isak has his partner. So when Isak receives the ball with his back to goal, he has Verts in front of him. So they connected really well. You drop one of McAllister and Soboslai. No shoehorning. Don't play Szoboszlai right back. You drop one of them, and then you play a double pivot of Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, or Gravenberch, McAllister. Doesn't matter which one. Okay, so you drop one of them, and then you create the opportunities that we created against Atletico. You have that dominance. We didn't run back that team once, not one time. So when you tell me, oh my God, this player, that player, Slot has to figure it out, because as Flawless said, and as I said, he has everything he needs. There is no excuse for nothing. All your ingredients are in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You can make prime rib. You have everything you need. You have the pans, you have the pot, you have the stove, you have the rib, you have
what
everything.
irritates me. Like, I've heard it so much, not from Husam, but from whether it's rival fans or Liverpool fans. Oh, we need players who run in behind. Oh, we miss Nunes. Oh, we miss Diaz. What? Huh?
I mean, they do miss Diaz.
Okay, and if they miss Diaz, you know what that problem is? That means the manager's not doing what he's supposed to, because that was not a conversation at the start of the season.
Thank you.
I thought Liverpool, like, I always thought Liverpool would miss the directness of like Jota, Nunes, and Diaz. Not like specifically that, just that energy and the way.
And that's on the manager to work around that.
Yeah, exactly. So my thing is you lose a little bit of intensity. You say about Sobo right back, you can make an argument Sobo is Liverpool's best right back. Yeah,
and that's a problem in itself.
Exactly, because
that's
you then lose energy from the midfield.
Thank you, Flawless. Why is the number 10 my best right back?
He probably is your best right back.
You know what? Sometimes you don't know when you've unearthed talent.
I'm looking at the manager. I'm sorry, man. You can't sign Frimpong coming off the season that he had and how promising.
No. But he's not a right back, though. We know Frimpong's not a right back.
Szoboszlai's not a right back.
Really? We know. Okay, so which is closer to right back, a right wing back or number 10?
He's more of a right winger, isn't it? He's more of a right winger.
No, but if you think about how Trent plays, if you think about Trent, Sobo will give you more of what Trent had than the other right back. So
I would play Szoboszlai, no problem. I play him in the pivot. My problem is this is Slot's problem right now. He's overcooking everything. He's shoehorning players. He's not playing everyone in their natural position. He's putting all the wrong combinations with each other that don't work. I'll give you the most basic example. Salah, you guys have been speaking about him all stream. Salah was dropped against Galatasaray. He played Frimpong right wing, okay? Logically, what is Frimpong going to do down the right wing? Run down the byline, use his pace and cross. Who do we put as the striker for Frimpong to cross to? Ekitike, the striker that drops deep to collect the ball. So he's putting all the wrong combinations with each other. Like even that basic combination of, okay, so Frimpong is going to be right wing to run down the byline and cross. Okay, put in the more target man striker then. Don't put the striker that's like Firmino-esque. You drop Florian Wirtz and you start Isak against Chelsea. You play the workman midfield with Isak, and then Isak receives, this is Isak against Chelsea. Even Mo didn't criticism, by the way. And Mo, you guys know how Mo is lethal with criticism. Isak gets the ball with his back to the goal. He looks, where is everyone? No one is there. No, literally no one there. So I get the ball now. I'm Isak. I look around. No one in front of me. Now what?
Okay.
So that's the thing. All the combinations are wrong. The style is in there. The structure is in there. And we need to put the whole giving Gravenberch license to roam forward in the bag. Put it in the bag immediately. Just play Gravenberch where the fuck he was last season, like literally almost as a third center back in front of the two center backs, protecting them. That way we can have a bit of control. That's it. Slot has everything he needs, so I'm not hearing any excuses this season. We don't have a 400-something million pound summer in order for me to go like, oh, we miss Diaz, oh, we miss Nuna. We miss no one. He has everything. Use it.
But Husam, my only issue is, you guys ever play Football Manager? Yeah, like I liken it a little bit to. Okay, you're talking about unlocking Ekitike, playing the right guy. Sometimes you play Football Manager, you're away and you put the game on, you go make some food, you come back at halftime, you're winning 2-0. You don't really think that much about the game.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yes, so my point is really like
it was the game going on.
I didn't know Slot needed to go tick-a-tacker, hands-on, super coach for this game. Do you know what I mean? Because I would have thought this is a game that you should be able to throw. If your squad is as good as it is, whilst partnerships and fluidity is a thing.
Yes, but we watched them struggle against Burnley, Jay.
That's my point. So now my point is that like, is it the players? Is it the squad composition? Or is it Slot? Because
it's Slot because but it's him. The team is there. Jay, let me say, even if you don't
but who put the squad together? But who put the squad together? Was it Slot or was it Hughes?
I think it was a combination. I think it was both.
So that's
You
my
think
point.
Slot,
So my point is that,
turned up and Isak was just there?
no, but exactly. So my point is, if this doesn't
Yeah.
work, is as the profiling of the squad.
I'm looking at Slot. I've done everything I need to do. If I built that, imagine
if
Jay,
it doesn't work in the long term.
if you and Jay, say you're Hughes and I'm the manager, you're the manager of the club.
Yeah.
I've done what I've done last season, and then you add to it in that sense. And then the team's performing poorly. Are you blaming yourself or are you blaming me?
I'm blaming the guy who bought me the players. I'm like the
Okay.
players.
Stop it,
Please don't do what I don't need to do.
Stop it. Jay, you've known me a long time. You know I've called out my ownership, my
Jay,
scouts.
oh,
This,
Jay,
I'm
good
sorry.
job,
If
man.
we don't win this season, there is
Jay,
nothing
Jay,
to speak about FSG,
Yeah,
nothing
but-
about
but-
Michael
but-
Edwards. They did everything.
Imagine
Me and
I
Flawless
bring
are
my
making a
manager.
very good both sides point. If you don't win, who sold Diaz? Who sold Diaz?
Nah, I'm not sorry,
and
man.
if the squad, but man, that's my point.
All of a sudden, Diaz is this world-class player because he scored a couple of goals against
No.
Hoffenheim.
Well,
Bro,
okay.
Harry Kane
Man-
is slow as shit and he's got like 18 GA in 6
No,
games,
listen.
bro.
No. Listen, what I'm saying is,
Yo, I'm trying to blame
squad, no, hold on.
makers.
But no, squad
Go on.
dynamics.
I love this.
Yeah, with Diaz. Don't forget, like Gakpo played a lot of good football because he knows Diaz is taking his spot. If he doesn't, who's taking Gakpo's spot if he doesn't play well this season?
And
Nobody.
that's part of slot criticism because guess what?
No,
Chiesa had
it's part
no,
of
no.
the
Okay,
squad
I'm telling you, no. I
composition.
have an
Chiesa's
answer.
there.
Slot,
Chiesa's there.
Chiesa had all the momentum, man of the match performance, and he got dropped. So now what?
I don't think Slot thinks Chiesa can last even 60 minutes at Prem intensity.
So that's an issue then. Try it.
Oh, that's an issue then. Thank you, Flawless, once again.
He's actually been one of. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Jay? Chiesa's actually been one of their brightest players. He's actually been one
Because
of
he only
the
plays 20 minutes, bro.
So
He only
playing
has to
20
play
minutes all the
20
time,
minutes.
play him against Chelsea, they might win the game. And we're having a
Maybe
completely
so.
different
But I'm
conversation.
saying that in that instance, then if you then
Well,
from a squad composition point of view,
Yeah.
who says sell Diaz and it's only Rio and Gakpo
because
that you trust properly
you've
on the
added Isak, Ekatike, and Wirtz. They can override the loss of Diaz. Because we would
Yeah,
all
but-
do that. Someone
Of
goes,
course,
Jay.
of course,
Hey,
but
someone
that-
says, hey, Jay. Someone says you're gonna lose Diaz, but in return, no, you're gonna lose Diaz and Nunes, but you're
Yeah.
gonna get Isak, Wirtz, and Ekatike. Everybody's going, yeah, great.
I know.
Are
but
you
the thing
mad?
is-
I would have bit your hand off at the start of the summer.
course,
Isak,
but-
Ekatike, Kerkas, Frimpong, and Wirtz. And
Yeah,
I'm
but-
supposed to sit there and go like, we miss Diaz. What the fuck
Yeah,
are we doing here?
Yeah,
No, but I'm
with you,
just
Sam,
trying to
on
say
this
that
one,
at the end of it, yeah, I'm just going to say this point. At the end of it,
Go on.
Slot's still the guy who came in and won the league title in his first season. Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Yes.
So moving on from that, yeah, if the players, like, if he can't get the players to do what he wants them to do in his mind,
Yeah.
I won't just automatically say this manager can't get it done. I'll be like, maybe the players who were brought in were not right for what his vision was. And in that instance, who was the one who? It's way too early to say that. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you.
I get
If
what
you
you're,
get,
I
if
do
you
get
get
what you're
super
saying in
names,
that instance. That's on both then. Like, I get what you're saying in that instance.
Yeah.
If the players don't fit what he's trying to do, that's a conversation for everybody. Because
exactly.
the squad builders should know and be having that conversation with Slot, and Slot should also know, all right, I'm gonna have to alter my tactics. Wirtz is a completely different 10 to Shabazz. So therefore, certain things Shabazz does off the ball, Wirtz isn't gonna give me. So what do
100%.
I do to combat that as a team? The point I'm making
100%.
with the amount of talent is to figure that out.
And Slot's job to work it out.
Yes,
that's his
and it
job.
looked horrendous, and it shouldn't look this bad. That's where the
But
problem lies. They
you-
look
if
like
you
I'm
also-
managing them.
if you also look at the fact that Liverpool have had hard games, yeah, they're 1 point off Arsenal.
It's not results. It's not just results, though.
I know, but the thing, if you're playing badly, you want if you need to rob the bank, yeah, and eventually you get caught.
They've been caught three times now.
They're getting caught now.
They've been caught now. They've been slapped with
So-
some big charges.
Yeah, and the law of diminishing returns means they keep doing the same thing and they get less and less out of it. So they need to fix it. I'm fully with you. But the starting point, considering the games they've had, like, it's not bad. These defeats look bad, but overall, it's not bad. What they've
Again, because when you spend that much, results alone is not enough.
100%.
Respectfully, you're not Bournemouth, Palace, Fulham, Sunderland. But results are no.
Do you not think this early in the season?
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You can't have the season they had, win the league, break the record, transfer free twice for 2 separate players in attack, and look that terrible. Performance.
No, but do you not think this early in the season it's fine to let performances go as long as the results are coming in?
I don't think
of course.
so.
As long as you see gradual improvement, though.
There's been no gradual improvement. They probably got worse.
Yeah, but if you look at their games though, to be fair, they played Palace, Bournemouth,
okay,
Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Who else they played?
Burnley, Chelsea, awful. And look at Chelsea before that.
No, but
Chelsea
that's like 4 of the top 6-7 teams so far this season, isn't it?
Let's not do. But that you have to add that into context. It wasn't a good Chelsea side at that time
No,
going in with good form and players.
Yeah, I'm just saying if Liverpool.
I'm not hearing that against Burnley. Dreadful.
Yeah, they're not
against
Galatasaray.
Well, dreadful.
Yeah, it's true, man. They're not playing well. They're not playing well, but they're in a decent.
And it shouldn't look this bad. There's a difference between not playing well and where they're at.
Yeah, man. That's what
they've been off. Overall, what would you give their performance on a scale of 0 to 10? Performances from
Chelsea?
them overall. No. This season, all their games combined. What would you give their performances? Forget results, just straight performance and watching them.
Like a 3, 4.
There we go. Then. That's an acceptable 3.
I'd say about a 4.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5.
I'm saying 3, 4, 5s, and you 5. I think is a bit too high. That's an accept. You can't be 5. Average.
One of the key reasons why I'm giving it so low is because they've had to rely on last minute goals. I'm not criticizing last minute goals.
I don't know who the fuck you guys think the Premier League is. To be saying
no, it's not about but it's not about what you think about
the Premier League. For you guys to be saying 3 and 4, it's actually quite disrespectful.
No, what would you give Spurs, Jay? What would you give Spurs?
Spurs so far this year performances.
Yes, just performances.
7.5.
Okay, then there's no way that Spurs should be outperforming Liverpool.
Yeah, but
there's no way
your expectation of that is based on the ability of the players as well.
Yes,
you know what it is.
Yeah, of course. That's the whole point.
Why would you rate Liverpool's performance?
There's context of the reasons we're giving low scores because if you look at the Newcastle game, granted it's St. Park, and I'm not taking that lightly, but they were a 10-man Newcastle that came back. You know, Bournemouth came back. You know, these teams are coming back, and I'm not saying that Bournemouth. No, but I'm not saying that like they're bums or anything, but. You've got to understand, Liverpool, champions of England, 2-0 up. You should be cruising them kind of games. You should not be like, oh my god, you can see one goal.
Well, listen, I'm saying, in my eyes, the Premier League is the best league in the world. Yeah,
I hear that.
The teams that you're playing are good teams. They're really good teams. Yeah. So Liverpool beat Everton. Yeah. Everton are a good team. Liverpool beat Bournemouth. Bournemouth are a good team. Liverpool were a better team in those games. So therefore, you've beaten good teams. You've beaten good teams, and you've been the better team in that game. So automatically, to me, there's a certain level.
Because you're picking out their 2 better performances. Look at the rest, Jay.
But I'm just trying to be fair. Maybe a 6, maybe a 6.5. I'm not going lower than 6. I'm not going lower than 6. There's no way I'm going lower than 6. Like they've had some bad performances.
Okay, look, Jay, let me break it down.
A1 troll, you know. I'll give you that, man.
You guys are just giving like crazy ratings. Like I don't know. Like 6 is not high. 6 isn't high for you guys to say
for Liverpool. No. But you've got to look when we're rating performances. You're also taking into consideration the club they are. Like Liverpool are champions of England, so you're saying this is an average performance for champions, right? Defending champions. Are you going to sit there and
talk about Liverpool's performances? Period. It's like. If you want to say,
but there's a level of expectation of the ratings that you give. Like for example, Sunderland, right? You'll give like an 8 or a 9, even though they've not been an 8 but Sunderland are performing way above their expectation, like far beyond like what a lot of people thought. When you look at it, Burnley haven't been that good. They've just come into the Premier League. They should not be struggling, right? When you're looking at the Bournemouth game, for example, 2-0 up, you should not be that game should have been done.
But now you're pointing out. Look, here's the thing. I agree with you. Then you look at the Newcastle. 1 second. So then you look at the Newcastle game. 10-man Newcastle. I get it, St. James's Park, and I understand the circumstances involved in that. But a 10-man Newcastle came back.
That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm saying that there's circumstances where a champions team should not be allowing themselves to let the opposition back into the game, especially when you're that comfortable.
Okay, let me say something. I'm not going to look at the season just as Crystal Palace and Chelsea games. Liverpool this season, I agree with Jay. I think 6 is fair because most of our performances were good. Bournemouth were the ones that had like a 5-10 minute run in that game. The rest of the game we were completely dominant in. Newcastle against 10 men we were pathetic. I agree with you. But going to St. James's Park and winning is still very difficult to do. Arsenal, we were the much better side in the second half. Only team in the second half that actually wanted to win the game of football. Burnley didn't create a single chance against us, but our execution in the final third wasn't good enough. That was why the scoreline was 0-0 towards the end. Everton first half 10 out of 10, silky football, beautiful. Second half we fell off a little bit. So not every single game was a bad one. Crystal Palace, I can give it a 0 out of 10. Like, it was horrendous against Crystal Palace. Chelsea, I'd give it like a 2 out of 10. For the most part, it was really bad. 3 out of 10. But the rest of the games, like, some of them get high scores, bro, because of the result, because of the context. So I think 6 is just above average. Now,
that's not good enough either. But hey,
100% that's not good enough, and that's what I'm calling out. I'm sorry, I'm just triggered by this, Blaze. Maybe saying X guarantees me the league can give X a boost in ego. Don't tell us now what you think of them. Question is, what do they think of themselves? So you think Alexander Isak is sat there watching Don Husam saying that I'm guaranteed a league title because of Isak, and now Isak has an ego boost. Don't just put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag and in the bag.
I was going to say one thing. Hey, Isak, if you're watching, yeah? Big boy super chat, man. What's going on? We know you got
exactly.
The bread. Isak, if you're watching, you should have come Chelsea. I had bare Ethiopian restaurants to take you to. You got locked up by action.
Whether he's watching your channel, but there is a social media. They do see social media, and that was the narrative. So that's what they're getting.
Even without that would be the expectation.
That would be the expectation.
Anyone think that he's being signed for a world record fee to go to
but
the
also,
champion?
You got to look at how he's moving in the window as well. That is ego.
Yeah, but because he wants his move, because
100%. I'm not dissing him for what he did. I'm just saying there is an ego involved. Like,
but you have to, but to an extent. But of course, Isak, without anyone saying anything to him, I'm going to a world record fee to the champions. They've added Wirtz, they've added other players. You have Van Dijk, Alisson, and Salah there. Yes, I'm expecting myself to win the league, 110%.
No, it's not just about the league, but you're obviously getting to expect a certain level of performance.
Yeah, of certain level, and I just think they've fallen way short, and they are getting off scot-free with it in particular slot, because this was not the conversation. The conversation, general consensus, before a ball was kicked, was Liverpool are going to walk the league and no one's getting close to them. That was the general. You had the odd person that might say Arsenal, the odd person that might say City, yes, but the general consensus was they are going to be unstoppable. And even after they won 5-5, it was all right. They perform poorly, but what happens when they perform a little bit better? Surely it clicks. What happens when they perform to an average level? When they get to a good level? What happens when Wirtz starts scoring? What happens when Isak starts going and Salah does? But now it's gone on the downside. It's like, no, we ain't changing that. And I'm looking at slot. As much as I criticize, it's hilarious. Wirtz 009, Isak not playing well, Salah looking terrible. That's on slot. Don't say that. Like Husam said, don't say you don't have the ingredients. You have the ingredients to cook up a Michelin 10-star meal. Don't tell me you're missing Diaz and Nunes. What? All right, man. Okay. And Szoboszlai is the best right back. And now the balance in the midfield don't work. And Wirtz should play left wing. He's a 10, play him at 10. What's going on?
Anyway, let me grab these supers so we move on, talk about different clubs. Big up to Juno, who says, shout out. By the way, guys, how many likes are we on? Let me check. You guys are fraudulent.
Not enough.
Exactly, not enough. Guys, close the live chat and hit the like button and have some shame because we're not even at 300 likes yet. I've been absolutely roasted for the last hour. And they got my blood pressure up. So please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so, and keep getting involved in the chat, man. Big up to all of you guys. Even the waffler Blaze, who thinks Isak watched my video and that's why he has an ego now, apparently. So, yeah, hit the like button, guys. Shout out Lavia showing up for the Liverpool games. Yeah, whatever, man. He's going to be out for the next 8 months now. I think Husam code. Yeah, for the Liverpool game. I think Husam code for 8% off is an insult to the Don. Change the code to Don Husam and ask them to give 80% 80% discount. You want them to make a loss on every shirt you sell? That's an 80% discount. Do you think any company has 80% margin on anything? Bro, have some shame. Learn economics, please. Sam, Arsenal fans don't seek validation. Give a player credit for its work when it's due. When you discredit a player's work, that's diabolical. The fact that you say Arsenal fans don't seek validation, I'm sorry, but that's just the funniest shit ever. What do you mean you don't seek validation? You definitely seek validation. 100% you seek validation. You're the one fan base in the league that seeks validation above everyone. Big up to Foolish Snippet says, bro, just read the para that suits him. Read the entire wiki. It's totally different from what you're projecting. Endrick and Hoyson are also mentioned there. Bro, what do you mean, Endrick? I'm going to go to the page right now. I'm going to search Endrick and Hoyson. If you think Endrick is
I went on that page while we were discussing it. I didn't really
can
see that name.
But it is a Galactico-esque window, but that's nothing to do with it. What's going on? Well, it's kind of to do what's going on. Just perform that.
I think it's.
Watch this. Initially, it was used to emphasize the greatness of the superstar players being signed and the construction of world-class team. Look at the first Galacticos. Yeah, listen to this: Figo, Zidane, R9, Beckham, Owen, Robinho, Sergio Ramos.
He has a point. Scroll down to the second.
What was the Benzema Galacticos? Remind me of that one.
Wait, Husam, scroll down to the second one. It says several other players are considered to be a part of the Galacticos legacy due to their influence on the team during that period, despite either being
even the second era: Kaká, Benzema, Cristiano, Xabi Alonso, Di Maria, Ozil, Modric, Isco, Gareth Bale, Toni Kroos, James Rodriguez. Are you mad?
No, but like the likes of like Bale and Isco, you wouldn't really necessarily give them the same title.
Is James Rodriguez a bigger signing than Isak?
My point is
at the time, no. Same with Isco, Bale.
Is Isco a bigger signing than Isak?
Okay, let me tell you my argument. When we sit here and we say ego, we're giving slot and out. There is no such thing as ego for players who still have a lot to prove at the top level. Okay, if Vinicius comes to Liverpool, tell me Galacticos. If Mbappe comes, tell me Galacticos. If Rafinha, Yamin Yamal comes, tell me Galacticos. Don't tell me Galacticos is a player with a Carabao Cup trophy. That's not Galacticos.
What's Isak on a week? Are you paying him like a Galactico?
I think
Gareth only had a Carabao when he joined Madrid.
I'm just asking, are you paying Isak like a Galactico? Because you stingy Liverpool. I'm not saying you're stingy. People say it. Sports Illustrated says it. If you get the reference, you get the reference. So I'm saying that basically, Isak is paid like a Galactico. Yeah, you forced him out of his club like a Galactico. You paid a British transfer record fee like a Galactico. So if it looks like a Galactico and smells like a Galactico, it's probably a Galactico.
That game was all on slot. Let's be honest, guys, is what Gio's saying. I agree with you, 100%. Somewhere Liverpool tried to redemption of Caicedo Lavia thing with this double striker signing. They never needed to. It might still work out though. Keep calm. This narrative that we don't need to is bullshit. Because Jota, God rest his soul, passed away.
You need to at that level though. Like,
and Nunes. Also, when you say at that level though, when we announced Ekitike, people were in my chat telling me you paid 70 million for 15 Bundesliga goals. So what is Ekitike's level? We're gonna act like Ekitike now is what? Like the next fucking R9? Can we relax?
Okay, all right, okay, fair enough.
Imagine Mo Salah getting wrapped by Luke Shawarma. Imagine our club without charges. I don't have to imagine, it's the reality. Elite panel today, big up everyone. Are the Gunners now favorites?
No. Still Liverpool. Still Liverpool. Don't get misunderstood. Yeah. 2 losses don't change it. Still Liverpool.
This Galactico on 8% discount is still the favorites. Still the favorites.
Yeah, like you don't just get to disappear from. All right, we lost a couple of games. You're not the favorites. No, you still the favorites.
Why are people upset that I think that the British transfer record fee might be a bigger signing than James Rodriguez because he had a really good World Cup? You guys, some of you are probably too young for like Karol Poborskis or Smitzers or a bunch of other top players that were bought off tournaments. James Rodriguez is obviously a very good player, but if you're the British record transfer fee, I don't think it's a silly question to ask the question. You guys are acting like, oh my God, James Rodriguez, who played for Porto, was the be all and end all. I just feel it's a little redundant, and I feel like you're going a bit OTT. But back to you, Husam.
Hopefully, we use the fact that we are underdogs now, and it puts a rocket up their ass to get it together. We haven't been in this position for a while. Please, Slot. I don't think we're underdogs, and this team needs to get it together via the manager. Just run back the Atletico team. Just fucking run it back, stick to it, and stop tinkering every single game and putting up combinations that don't work with each other. As simple as that, Jack. The solutions are all in-house.
It's not that
Big up to my guy Muhammad Ali, who says, come on, like, share, and subscribe. 100K by January, inshallah. I appreciate you guys. You get me? Thank you guys so much for the support. We are on 61K currently, so we keep pushing this channel to the next level with you guys' help. So please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so, and go subscribe to all my brothers. Every single link is in the description. You get me? So, yeah. Don't be a narcissist, Husam. Wasn't only you. First of all, I'm not a narcissist. You're sending the super chat on the Don Husam channel. Who am I supposed to think you're claiming this about? Who, yani? Lewis? You're sending it about Liverpool, yani. But there's no... Who is the only Liverpool rep here? Isak was aware of the narrative his signing brought. He has every right to believe his signing is Galactico level. We are now... Now this is the semantics part, where we're talking about the word Galactico. I'm saying my manager has everything in his locker to make this work. So guess what? Make it work. It's very simple. Imagine, do you think Ruben Amorim would love to have the problem of Isak, Wirtz, and Salah in the same team? Do you think that
Rich people
Thomas Frank would love to have the problem of choosing between Frimpong, Bradley, Kerkez, and Robertson every week? Do you think that Chelsea wouldn't have loved to have a Van Dijk, Konate, and Gomez problem to select from? So all these bullshit problems are problems that we can solve, that we already have the solutions for. So apply them. It's as simple as that.
Okay, but
So that's it.
It's as simple as that, but what you're ignoring is the Galactico reference also means you got to manage all of these players, right? There's a problem with managing all of that talent, and when someone wants to bring up ego, it's valid as well. You have an issue because you're having all of the expectations with these record transfer signings and a manager that's got to manage the players to get the best balance and manage an ego.
I'm having an issue. You weren't here. You didn't listen to me. I'm having an issue with the word Galactico because the players that we have are players that have won nothing in their careers for the most part.
Yeah, but you're being so technical on what they have won prior to coming.
No, but I'm not being technical. That's the reality of the word. That's the reality. Like, if Liverpool in the summer sign Mbappe and Vinicius, you can come tell me it's Galactico summer. I agree, because they've won everything. These players all have a lot to prove still. This is the changing of message. The changing in the meaning of the favorites is weird. Why weren't PSG Champions League favorites last season after spending 650 million? Lol, literally bookies decides who are the favorites. If we go based off the bookies, as you guys say, then Arsenal are the favorites. But me personally, I still say Liverpool are favorites. So I do take your point. You make a valid point in terms of like who the bookies are saying. They're saying Arsenal.
Correct me if I'm wrong when it comes to bookmakers. Is it not that someone might know this? The gambles more than me. If more people put money on a team, that drives their price down.
Potentially, yeah.
Am I wrong in saying that?
So you can have your odds from the outset, but you're right. The more money that goes in on something, the odds do tend to drop.
if you have multiple, let's just use Arsenal for example, multiple Arsenal fans worldwide putting money on Arsenal to be favorites for the Champions League, they'll be favorites in the bookmakers' minds. Or if take an obscure team, let's take, I don't know, Carrot, who played Real Madrid. If loads of their odds would drive down, if loads of people just decided to put money on them winning the Champions League. So I know it's not the bookmakers who decide. It's like, right, we have these discussions, not just us, but fans everywhere in regards to who you think's the favorites. But PSG people always criticize PSG. Ever since they got taken over, people said before they won the Champions League last year, hey, you lot need to win the Champions League. When they had their Galactico window, when they had Messi and they had Mbappe and they had Neymar and they signed Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, Donnarumma.
I've just realized for all of us, in terms of what you're saying, you are right, but also Spurs aren't in the title. I just realized that Spurs aren't in the title.
You're irrelevant, lad. You're irrelevant.
Disrespect, man. How dare you disrespect
European champions? 2 points off top. Very disrespectful.
Yeah, I think it's a respectful thing to do. No one cares.
Okay, guys. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Like I said, hit the like button, subscribe. I do want to talk about the title rivals with us. You get me? And I'm going to combine them both in the same section because we want to have time to speak about everyone else as well. So I want to talk about City and Arsenal in this next section. You get me? Big up to all of you guys. Hi, Solz. You won. Hi, Vater. You won. Whoever one of you want to go first, go for it.
Go on, Vater. You've returned. You have your moment.
Appreciate it. I've been listening. It's been entertaining. You see, Husam's probably bulking up. That's why he's got his calorie intake right now. When stressed, it's best to work out. Husam, keep up the good work. I think this win from City, hey, flex on him. I think this win from City was a nervous one for me because I wanted it before the international break. I hate how my team plays going into international break. So when everybody is saying, "Oh, Vader, you're being so cautious," or "Why aren't you talking with Chess versus Brentford?" Again, Brentford has been a problem for City. Games before the international break have been a problem for City. And all I wanted was for my club that I know we all have our injuries in certain departments, but with the spending that I had to do in the January transfer window, which many of you want to remind me of, and the spending I had to do in the summer, Marmoush and Shirky, two players that I got to lean on to replace the departure of a Julian Alvarez, a Gundogan, a KDB. Those guys have been injured. My manager, and when we want to talk about, you got to make it work with what you have, my manager and my transfer window in particular, we didn't go out and get a right back. Unfortunately, we suffered an injury to Ait Nori, who we signed, and my manager is using an academy player in Nico O'Reilly. And he's got Mateus Nunes, who I know none of you guys rate, playing at right back. He's making it work, right? He's showing Arnie what you need to do when you don't quite have all the same pieces and still get a result. Now, this result in particular, I'm going to take it all day. 1-0. Nervy. But the 1-0 is kind of systematic. It's kind of routine when you look at City. It's Erling Haaland. It's Erling Haaland delivering that goal. It's so routine. Now, we got Donnarumma. He's doing his thing. My midfield's aight. But let me go into this international break with a win. Because you know what it is? Solz, you flying high. Hey, respect, you earned it. You got back to the top of the league. But all I've been asking, when Liverpool were doing their thing, didn't quite look that good, but hey, 5-5, you can't argue against it. They kept winning. Those extra time, late goals, they kept winning. I just wanted to stay within arm's reach.
Soliloquies about Brentford is nasty work,
I just wanted to stay within arm's reach. Hey, we got to make content, Jay. What are you doing? So the fact that we got this win, the fact that Liverpool dropped points, and I'm still kind of close, and I got Marmoush and Shirky coming back. That's all I asked for. I'm third, maybe fourth favorites. I'm going to take it for now. Just let this season continue on and let me stay close. And if this pressure from what I'm seeing continues to affect Arnie the way it is, and no disrespect, but Arsenal got to show me whether they can actually cross the line, let me stay close. When you start hearing footsteps, we don't know what that pressure is going to be like. So I'm going to take this win. I'm going to take the 1-0.
You're an extraordinary waffler because you played after us. So how did it affect Arnie?
What do you mean?
My God, this guy. You're the waffling levels. That's why Lewis is laughing. You are extraordinary at waffling. You're elite. You're elite. Bring out the waffles again, please, Lewis. Where's the waffles? Bring them though. Yeah, show him the waffles. Let me show you. This is visual representation of Vader Games. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vader Games. They're right there. Biggest waffler on YouTube. If that keeps the pressure on Arnie, like if Solz said that because they played before us, I hear it.
No, I mean in the context of the season. In the context of the season.
After us. Pressure on Arnie. Okay, bro.
So hold on. You've been in title chases before, Husam. I know when it's been close between the two of us, you've always fallen short. But whether we play before or after, when you expect that team to be winning points, to be gaining 3 points, there is pressure, whether you play after or before. All I'm saying is not in particular this week 7. I'm saying for the season. Let me try to stay close, because if it looks like City's got a rhythm, and you guys know if City get in that flow, there's no pressure like it. You haven't been able to deal with the pressure. You can win leagues when there's no one challenging you.
When Arteta's top of the league?
Because you came on here talking about me being a waffler, so now you got to take shots versus your club.
No, you're the one that started by mentioning Slot before I even spoke a word.
Because I talked about the title chase. I want to stay close. I haven't.
You want to stay close to Slot, so you want to be in third place?
I want to stay close to Slot. I want to stay close to
Not close to Arteta.
I would.
I got
If you let me finish. If you let
I just
me finish.
got him twice. 30 seconds. I just gave him 2 uppercuts in
Don't
30
forget us.
seconds.
If you'd let me finish, and Souls know this, I mentioned Liverpool as well as I mentioned Arsenal. I said we haven't seen Arnie deal with pressure with being challenged before. We also need to see whether Arteta's Arsenal can get across the line. All I'm saying is the City pressure, the City footsteps hit different. And we know clubs like Liverpool can run away when there's no challengers. Let's see what it's like when there's a challenger, Arsenal or City. I just want to stay close. I just want to stay close.
Go ahead, Solz, save us from this waffle. Go ahead.
I mean, for me, look, I will be completely honest. I don't really see City as a title rival this season, but obviously they can prove me wrong on that.
Third, fourth favorites. That's okay. Third, fourth favorites.
I just think it's going to be between us and Liverpool. I've kind of maintained that sort of energy from the beginning. I think, but to be fair, Liverpool are kind of proving me wrong. City are proving me wrong a little bit, but we'll kind of see how that kind of continues and whether these injuries don't affect you, because Rodri's gone down again. It doesn't seem to be serious, but I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing a few mixed messages there, whether it could be semi-long term or if it could just be like a bit of a knock. So we'll kind of see what the extent of that is in the coming days and how much that affects the team. We know the goal came when Rodri was on the pitch, and after that, you kind of started to, fumble away in the game a little bit and kind of just took its course, and you won 1-0, credit to you. But that's what I want to wait and see, like whether that's a long-term effect. But when it comes to the title race in itself, I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, all we need to do is, at this moment in time, is be as close as possible to each other, take advantage when we can, and that's exactly what we've been doing. Liverpool have been like kind of fumbling the bag, and both Man City and Arsenal are taking charge and going, okay, we just need to keep winning our games. And I've said that even after, we lost Liverpool, and a lot of the fan base kind of lost its head and said, this is Liverpool's season. I said, no, it's too early to say. This is not when the race starts. This is just setting pace, kind of feeling each other out, playing those sort of mind games and kind of like putting one over each other, really. And that's kind of the stage we're at. And I've been in it for 3 seasons. So I'm kind of starting to understand what it takes to win. This isn't the moment we need to pounce and give our best. This is the moment where we need to understand each other and actually go, do you know what? This is how we're going to go on to win. Don't exert all of your energy and all of your tactics, everything that you've got right now. Get your wins. I'm not sitting here and saying don't perform and don't win. I'm just saying this isn't the moment where everything needs to be perfect. When we need that to happen is your December period. Going into January, that's when the title race really starts to ramp up. That's when we need to keep that pressure on. Because if you give I'm going to go as far as to say, if either one of our clubs gets a 5 to an 8 point lead in December, January, it could be over at that point. I'm not saying it's definitely over and that's it, it's done. But you're starting to run that course of like, okay,
8 points, yes. 5,
no. Like you're starting to run that course. You don't want to be giving them an opportunity to slip up. You don't want that. You want to be like 3 points or even 2 points between each other, or even a point, because that's when it's like, oh shit, they've won. That's when it could, what you said, Vader, about Slot maybe slipping up because of what the other teams are doing around him. That's when it starts to really click into the players. And I'm not saying that you two have proven you can handle that. If we win and we go top of the league and now you need to win your game, you guys have shown that. Arsenal are yet to show that. Yes, okay, cool, we've pounced and we've gone top of the league and, all of that. We've turned over that 5 point deficit, all of that sort of stuff, whereas in previous seasons we've failed to do. But again, we're still the ones who have to prove ourselves, and we're the ones who have to get it over the line to kind of show that we can do this. And for me, I think we've got the squad for it. I think we've got those sort of dynamics and profiles that Arteta can now cook with. If you need an Odegaard, whether you need an Eze, whether you need an Ethan, whether you need a Martinelli or Trossard, whether you need...
So you mentioned, as you were speaking, you mentioned about Rodri going down and the concerns. It might be long term, it might not be, and how we looked when Rodri wasn't on that pitch. How are you feeling with your man Odegaard now?
For me, I'm not that worried. I know a lot of people are going to kind of look at the intangibles that Odegaard brings, like his ability to press, and obviously he's the captain. A lot of people have, confidence in him. I know a lot of Arsenal fans and rivals don't particularly rate him, especially in the last sort of 18 months, but there is a lot that he brings to the team that does help us. And it is a concern because we don't really have an Odegaard. We do have a lot of Eze's and Ethans, they're both a similar mold of 10s, but we don't have anyone who can do what Odegaard does. But at the same time, that's where Arteta has had the window to address those sort of situations. He has to play with a different 10 in terms of an Eze who maybe doesn't press in the same way. He doesn't lead the press. He's not a captain type player, but he's a maverick on the pitch. And that's kind of what we need if you're not going to have all of those intangibles. But now it's up to Arteta to figure that out and go, do you know what? Now I don't just need to revert to Moreno. I can play an Eze, I can play an Ethan, or, whatever he decides to do.
So let me say this, and please, if it comes across as I'm trying to big brother you, I don't mean to do that. But when you mentioned early,
you're about to big bro him. It's so
no. But I wanna kind of summary what he said, because you mentioned on how you guys you don't want to go and just do everything so early, expect perfection early, because you kind of did that in the first season of challenging and then kind of tapered off. So you said you recognize in terms of how to pacing things out, and then also then to go on to say. It says a lot, especially from you, Solz, to say Odegaard out. I'm not that too concerned. Like because it speaks of what the squad is now. Because in past seasons, the second challenge year, Saliba was out, and that was the big reason why things didn't pan out. So it's kind of like a lot of the things that went wrong in previous challenging years have kind of been solved or fixed this time around. So no Odegaard, and you're like, it's all right.
Do you know what it is? I just think this is the first season where I can confidently sit there and go, Arteta has no excuses. Even as an uber positive Arteta-er, if that's what people want to call me, like I can't give him any excuses because we do have the squad. Like it's a genuine, it's not like if Saka goes down, we've got Madueke. If Madueke goes down, you've got Saka. Martinelli's been playing on the right. You've got Trossard. You've got Gyökeres. Havertz is to come back. Jesus is to come back. We're still yet to see Hincapie play. We're yet to see Norgard actually be in the squad. There's actually a lot of times where people are like, what the hell? There's this player that's been excluded out of the 25-man squad because we can't fit them in. It's not a case of like we don't want them to play or they're not or anything. We just can't fit them. Like Norgard has missed so many squad opportunities because we just can't fit him into the squad because we've got other players who need to be in there. So that's why I'm saying for me, I'm not as concerned if we're getting injuries. I mean, I'm not wishing my players to get injuries, of course, but if they do, I'm like, you know what, you've got enough to get by. Like if, for example, Odegaard's out for 4 to 6 weeks, which is what it seems to be, Eze can do the job. Like even if it's a can do the job, he's more than
even better than Odegaard.
Potentially, yeah. Like of course, that's for him to go and prove.
So flawless Jay and Lewis as well. What do you guys make of the Arsenal and City situations right now? Obviously, they're winning games of football in a row. How are you looking at them?
I went. I went with Arsenal. Like before the season started, I was like, I think Arsenal might be my favourites, grudgingly. And some people were like, but Liverpool are doing it. I was like, listen, if you put £300 million of talent into a team that's pretty stable, why not? It's just you're basically going off the fact they've not got over the line.
This is when the transfer window closed. You still had Arsenal?
Yeah, I had Arsenal because
you did say Arsenal
because my logic was that 10 of the 11 started last season, and then you added £300 million to that squad.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, logically, if last season was a blip in injuries, they should step up. So I think they're just, when I watch Arsenal play, it's like they're so hard to score against. Do you know what I mean? They're just really hard to score against. And it's like, even if they're not the most creative or they don't do whatever, you're rarely gonna beat Arsenal 1-0. Do you know what I mean? Even if they're not creative, they're gonna get a goal. Yeah. And especially with the options they've got, I think unfortunately it might be their year. I think City have got gears to go. I think Liverpool have got gears to go. Arsenal, I don't know, they can be the pace setters if they want.
Do you know what the other reason is, Jay, as well? Just whilst you're talking about it, it's about Arteta's in-game management. I actually think it's been pretty spot on this season in terms of trying to win the game from the bench. It's not every single game he's doing, but a lot of the time, if you look at the Bilbao game, for example, Martinelli and Trossard come on, and both goals they both combined for. When you look at the Newcastle game, he flipped that entire game on his head by his substitutions. Just going, what, Odegaard, you get on there, Eze, you stay on there, Martinelli, you get on there. He took Saka off and we still won the game. So that's the kind of level of like in-game management that we've been screaming for. Like, Arteta, you've got the players on the bench, trust them. And that's kind of what I wanted to see. And, you know, now that he's always had a bench he can trust, but he's just never used it. So that's also an improvement I'm seeing in him.
No, but also like just in terms of like the smaller teams and stuff, I think Arsenal have had like a very hard start to the league as well. And like to be top after having a hard start, I'm like, okay, they seem to be beating the small teams. Like, okay, like, you know, it's like they're kind of doing it. I'm a bit like, like they've been to Newcastle. They've been to.
They play very well against Newcastle. But we all know what we all know what the situation. We all know what the issue was. Anyone with brave
United. I don't want them to win. I don't want them to win this, but I'm like, they've been to United, they've been to Newcastle.
I hear it, but we all know what could stop them. But Jake, you know, we all know what could stop them from winning it.
It's too early in the league and too tight in the table.
Take rivalry and bias. Take rivalry and take bias aside. I've said this about Arsenal this season. The squad is there to win the league. The 11 is there to win the league. The squad is there to win the league. The problem is Arteta. They don't win the league. It's on him. We can all see it clear as day.
Would you not make the argument? We both think that
Flawless is keeping the same energy for Slot and Arteta.
No, it's a valid point.
No, but we both thought that Arsenal played well against Newcastle, yeah?
Yes,
as they started. Well. Yeah, as they started. So are we making like playing both sides, yeah? Is it fair to say that potentially Arteta learned already this season that he might have to go a little bit more aggressive? He did it against Newcastle. Yeah, it worked out for him, and it's 7 games into the season. Is he actually?
You know what's crazy about that?
Is he doing a little bit more now?
We're gonna find out because what happens when because it's gonna happen at some point because of Arsenal playing the amount of games when he goes attacking and they get beat or they drop points and he gets criticized. What does he do then? That's what I want to see.
100%.
What they're like, and maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. Maybe he says, "Hey, you know what? It's worked before. I'm going to continue playing as a." Or he reverts back to the midfield of Moreno, Zubimendi, and Rice. I personally think that's in his MO, that's in his DNA, and that's what he's going to do. As soon as it goes wrong,
I think we do see that midfield again, and. I mean, obviously, me and Husam have gone back and forth on this. Against Liverpool, I actually understood the logic. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I couldn't understand why he might have wanted to do something of that nature. Now, where I disagree with it is when he used it against Man City, because I think that's the kind of game they're there for the taking. Even though Liverpool are kind of there, but it's Anfield versus being at home. Now, Arteta he is quickly learning. Like, this is the first season where we're actually seeing consistent 45-minute changes when people have massively disagreed with the lineup. I'm not saying he's looking on Twitter at halftime and going, "Oh shit, I better make a change." That's not what I'm kind of referring to. But we're seeing him make proactive changes when he's seeing the mistakes he's made. And I think that's all I need to see. Like, in the early stages, like I've said, it's not about being perfect, but it's like, how quickly are you recognizing the mistakes that you're making? He's taken Moreno off at 45 minutes. He's taken off, like, you know, certain plays at certain points in the game. Now, some games like the Liverpool one, some people have said Eze should have come on a lot earlier, Odegaard should have come on a lot earlier. That's a critique that's valid. But at the same time, I feel like he's doing it a lot quicker now, because normally it'll take him like 4 or 5 games and then he would change and then he'd be like, "Oh shit, you know, here's my mistake."
And that's
now he's doing it after like a
game. The issue lies, like in regards to, like, when you look at how Liverpool have gone and other teams go there, go for it. Because it took a Szoboszlai absolute wonder strike, arguably goal of the season candidate. Well, it's a goal of the season candidate, arguably the best goal we're going to see this season to beat them. And we've seen other teams go to Liverpool and give them a game that don't have Arsenal's weaponry. We've seen Bournemouth go there, we've seen Everton go there, and they do not have Arsenal. So again, with Arteta, has he learned? We will find out. I personally think he will revert back to type, and that's what will cost Arsenal in the end. And in regards to City gonna be the fact that people are sleeping on City is crazy to me. It's not like they not got Pep and Haaland over there. I keep saying this, and this guy thinks, "Hey, no. I'm blowing it up right now." You know what I'm saying? And
if my dumb players didn't get 2 red cards, I'm top.
Yeah, people keep being idiotic. Like Pep Guardiola and Erling Haaland ain't over there at City. You know, we just go act like them.
No. But my thing is, I'm not even
you, because I know that you're smart enough to do that. But I'm saying it's the way that people have just completely, like, you've mentioned him. I've heard people not even mention him and just completely disregard him. I'm like, you know, that's Pep Guardiola over there, yeah? You do know they have
Wait,
Erling
wait.
Haaland. It's not like
No,
they
no,
have
no,
scrubs
no.
around him.
No. Flawless. Sol said it's a race between him and Liverpool.
No,
It's
he
not
did.
me.
Well, he mentioned.
Yeah,
he was there
Baker,
for
we are this.
No,
we're not in this.
Okay, but my reasoning is, look, I can be proven wrong, and I can hold my hands up and go.
No.
See this guy.
Don't worry
No,
about
I
being
did say
proven
that.
wrong.
That
Yeah,
is
don't
dangerous.
worry about being proven wrong.
You're only 3 points off. I'm
Guys,
only 5 points off.
Hey,
Yeah. For me, the
authorities,
reason
man.
why I'm saying I haven't put them in there is because for me, when Rodri's not in the team, I just don't look. I rate Nico Gonzalez, but he's not a Rodri. I think when you lose out on like the Marmouches and when you've got those kind of players out, I just don't think you've got enough quality behind them if they're out for a prolonged time. And at the moment, that's all I can go off. If Rodri's been injured, comes back, gets injured, comes back, gets injured. So at the moment, I don't know what the situation there is, whether he's completely fit or not. But that doesn't mean City can't mount a title race. I just don't think they will.
They're gonna be to me.
By the way, I want to tell Sol something quickly. Lewis believes they can still win the league, and Vater believes they can still win the league, but they're just sat here bullshitting because you said you don't see.
You don't even want to talk about me. I was just saying.
No. You're not
Why'd
going to
you
play
make
this
me
game.
for?
My club's name.
You
Now, we
both
wanna talk about
are not going to play these games. Flawless knows because he works with Vater. Flawless knows because he works with Vater. Can I talk to Souls? Let me talk to Souls. You know when you said City aren't real contenders, this Vater guy didn't believe that you said that. You know why? Because he loves to run an underdog narrative.
I do.
This guy speaks to me about money spent. In January and May, they spent more money than us, by the way.
In January and May, it took me two transfer
windows. With Pep Guardiola, with already having Haaland and Rodri, Vater Games believe they can win the league. Carefree Lewis G believes that they can win the league, but they didn't come off mute and say, I believe it. Why? So they both can run the underdog gimmick.
Because none of you mentioned my club's name. That's why. I had to come in and say if my dumb players didn't get red cards that they deserved, I'd be top of the league going into the international break. But I said, leave me alone. None of you wanted to mention me. It's fine.
I mentioned City. I put out there.
How about you mention you? Isn't that your job as a Chelsea fan?
No,
you
I've
mention
done the
you.
Chelsea section.
Why should I mention you? You mention you.
I'm glad someone did, I'm glad someone did at long last. That's all I was waiting for.
Mention
we spent
me.
an hour talking about the Gargantuan, Superior, Incredible, Inevitable Blues. I'm going to waste any more time.
Gargantuan, Inevitable Blues are in 7th, mate.
The Gargantuan, Superior, Incredible, Inevitable Blues are your world champions. Don't forget.
In 7th place.
You know what's crazy about that? Lewis never stumbles or stutters like that. Not one. Don't misplace a syllable. I've heard him say this now, for years. Man's never stuttered a little bit. It's the same.
Gargantuan, Superior, Incredible, and Inevitable Blues, bruv. Hold that.
This guy. And I mean, the skill set is crazy, yo. Hey, Lewis, you know
what? It's changed because we're 7th. I don't even think we're 7th, but even if we are, we're still world champions.
Oh, really? Check the table, mate. Check the table.
Oh, it's October. It don't matter to me. All I know is
Lewis, you're gonna win the league, right? You're gonna go for it this year, yeah?
We're here until we're not here. It's year 4 of Clear Lake. I'm not in a title race. We're taking a fucking piss.
You're below Crystal Palace, better than Bournemouth.
If my players didn't get sent off against Brighton United,
I'd beat Brighton United.
If my players didn't get sent off, when I say if my manager got it correct, he gets angry.
This is the difference.
Husam, you're right. He's doing what Arsenal do. Ref blaming.
Thank you. Arsenal's validation by Lewis.
We've got our own red cards because of our own fault. I'm not blaming the ref. That's why I said our stupid players got themselves sent off because it's their fault.
Yeah. So fix up your discipline, innit? You can't.
I agree. And if they did fix up their discipline, I'd be top. So please learn from it.
You're not, and you did get a red card. So
yes, deserved red cards. So fix up your discipline, and we can keep some more points and keep tracking this title race. That's exactly my point.
Do you want to know why?
Don't forget about Manchester City, by the way, people. Sorry, go on as you were.
No, it's just
I'm just gonna keep saying that. Sorry.
There's a narrative I heard once, and Lewis is just reminded of it. It's like never argue or debate with a Chelsea fan after a win. Yeah. And I was like,
they've redone the Arsenal one.
Yeah. No, it's because after a win, you can't really say anything to Chelsea. You can't have logical, empirical conversations with Chelsea fans after wins. I've noticed it. They love their club a lot when they win.
What?
Logical conversations with Chelsea fans
empirical.
If there's no empirical evidence goes out,
man. You got my brain working overtime here, man.
Yeah, I was doing work. I was
Hey,
just like,
what did we say that's not logical, though?
Empirical evidence.
Listen, I'm
Big
saying,
up Laboratory J.
Wait, Jay, what did I say that wasn't logical?
no, okay,
Wait, Jay, what did I say that wasn't logical?
Okay, so to me, it's like you said, if your players didn't get stupid red cards, right? I would argue that the quality level of those players makes them susceptible to being in positions whereby they might bring a player down. So the byproduct of you having those players as senior defenders in your team is that moment is plausible to happen at some moment in time. Therefore, it's not really your stupid players. It's a broader squad composition thing. And therefore, I can't give you any credit for these players getting a red card and what happens afterwards, because you put yourself in that very situation.
Yeah, I said our players put ourselves in that situation.
So therefore, we would be top if. I'm like, okay, well, what if the referee? What if the referee didn't disallow? What if the referee didn't disallow the King goal? What if the ref doesn't disallow the King goal against Fulham? What happens in that game? You go 1-0 down.
That was fairly disallowed. Fairly disallowed.
Okay.
The ref made the right decision, just like for both our Reds. The ref made the right decision. Chalobah was an idiot for that. Maresca said, "I'd rather go a goal down than a man down," and he decided, "Fuck that, we'll go a man down again. Fuck it." An idiot. But guess what?
After Lewis said all that, he was asked by Solz
playing left centre back for me again, because that's another problem. He stinks on the left. But we've had to play that because of centre-back injuries. Tosin and Fofana are back next game. I won't have to worry about him stinking up the left side anymore.
Okay, all I'm going to say to you then, Lewis, in that point is that you're 7th in the league.
So you're going to win the league then or no?
I'm 5 points off Liverpool.
That's fair. But you're about
5 points off Arsenal. I'm 4 points off.
But you're about where you deserve to be, no?
They're 3 points off Arsenal.
Okay.
So I think
3 points.
I thought you don't look at the table.
I looked since we spoke. I wanted to just
3 points. City are just 3 points off top people. Sorry.
Can't believe these useless fucks are 4 points behind us, bro. We need to fix
It's mad, bro. It's mad.
Yeah, look, and guess what? We could keep our discipline about us. Wonder where we would be. This is what I mean. I know the true level of our squad.
So why didn't you allow me to do the what if then? Why?
What did I not allow you to do the what if for?
When I was talking about the Liverpool-Chelsea game, I said if Slot just got the tactics correct, we should be beating Achimpong and Reece James. And you're like, no, give Chelsea credit.
No, I never said you were wrong for criticizing Slot. I just said give Chelsea credit for exposing the mistake Slot made.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. I just told you to give Chelsea credit as well as call out your manager for his tactics. Remember when you lot beat us in the Carabao Cup final? Was the first thing I said on Back Again, not congratulations to Liverpool. They were the better team all game and they deserved to win. Regardless of the shit that my fat prick manager Pochettino tried to do, I said you lot deserved to win. You were the better team. That was just it. Okay.
After all this, Solz asked you a question. Are you going to win the league? And then your response is, we're going to be there until we
Yes, I'm competing for everything and I'm leaving with something. I don't give a shit what it is, but I'm going for everything. Everything.
Were you winning?
Okay, great. Okay, now that's a convincing answer. Okay, wait. That's a convincing answer. Vader, no, watch this. What? Vader, are you going to win the league?
Since we got 4th, I don't know why people think I've not been on this.
You have been on this smoke.
You have been on this. True. Vader, are you going to win the league?
Vader, know that we've done a prediction show already. Just so you know. Yeah. Sorry, you're going as you were.
I've said even before a ball was kicked that City are winning the league, but we're 3rd, 4th favorites to do it.
I'm so tired of this guy flawless. I swear to God.
Oh, tell me about it, man.
Okay, wait. I think I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm gonna the only sane person with me this stream has been flawless. I'll be honest with you guys. I can't be imagining things. No, wait.
You know what? You haven't had. What was the word? Empirical.
I am losing my mind.
There's data to support
1 second. Khalas, we're all sane. I'm losing my mind.
I'm just clouded, Jay.
So headed into the season, Vader told Flawless that he's gonna win the league, and 6 games in, he's saying we're 4th favorites.
No, are you
okay?
He did say that early. He did say that early. In his defense, he did say that from early.
No. You're 3rd favorite. Where did 4th go?
No, I'm 4th.
He said
3rd or 4th.
Listen.
Behind you.
Who's
3rd favorite? Lewis and
After Chelsea won the Club World Cup, I reevaluated and I put myself third, realistically, maybe fourth.
A true king that respects the honor of being a world champion.
Listen, I know what these trophies ain't easy. Chelsea winning
yeah,
it.
man, they wouldn't get it. They weren't in
How
it.
am I the only one noticing this fraudulence? How?
Oh, I see it, man. This Blue Brother bullshit. I see it. I'm saying, you just gotta let him talk.
No, forget Blue Brother, because at least Lewis said we're leaving with something. What is Vater saying? So coming into the season, City are gonna win the league. 6 games in, we're fourth favorites. What the fuck, bro?
Okay, listen. I'll say it very slowly.
Are you gonna win the league? Yes or no?
See, you gotta interrupt me. Coming into the league.
No,
I will say what I
yes
want
no,
to say. No, you know what? Let me hit my mic and go on mute like you like to do. Go ahead, you speak.
Listen, in earlier on, are Liverpool favorites? Yes. You ask me right now, are Liverpool going to win the league? I'd say yes, we're going to win the league. Yeah. And then explain. Just tell me yes or no, and then explain. No problem. Take 5 hours to explain.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you said Liverpool are favorites and you're going to win the league. City are third, fourth favorites, and I have confidence in my club winning the league. But we're going to be third, fourth favorites to do it. And I said that before a ball was kicked.
He did say that.
I'm consistent.
He did say that, yeah.
Okay, but are you going to win something this season?
He said they win the league.
That makes sense.
How am I going to win something this season?
He said
I'm
playing for all the cups. Listen, on the blue side of whatever club you are, whether it's Chelsea, City, we play for all the cups. That's what we play for.
Okay, no, that makes sense. And you're third. Okay, so you're third favorites for the league, and you're gonna go away with a cup at least. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's
what we do, and it makes sense. Liverpool, with what they did, are favorites, no question. So when I say City are third, fourth, it's because of the teams ahead of us. But I have confidence in my manager, confidence in my players that we can get over the line. But it's going to require you guys to slip up. It's going to require you guys to actually give me this league if I were to get it.
Actually, Arsenal are top right now. So you're looking at the wrong.
They're top right now, yeah. But
are we doing this show on October 6th, or when are we doing this?
Leopard in the tree gimmick, innit?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. This guy spent more money than me talking about leopard in the tree.
No, it took me 2 windows to spend what you spent in one. Don't do that.
I'm so tired, Vater. I'm so tired of your bullshit, bro. You have to stay consistent, bro.
I'm very consistent. And stop talking about money. You spent what I spent in 2.
Bullshitting.
Husam, it took me 2 transfer windows to spend what you spent in 1.
That's fair.
Brother, this is the only big transfer window in my life. You saw your club sign David Silva and Yaya Toure in the same window. Have some shame.
Yeah, that's when we were trying to challenge. If we did that from a position of power after already winning the title, that'd be reckless. That'd be way different. You guys did this after winning the title. I did this trying to compete.
The only thing, there's just one thing I just don't understand. How is the same person that says we are gonna win the league the same person that says we're fourth favorite? How does that make sense? Like, I can't be the only one. Like,
no, you see the response into what he's saying is why he's saying it, because he knows he's gonna get a response.
Well, it's also.
I don't say things for response. Don't do that, Flawless.
What?
No.
You just
me personally.
You just said you don't say things for a response.
No, I don't say things to trigger response. I say things because that's actually what I believe with regards to my club. I do believe this. What's happening here?
Yeah, man, sure. I agree with you. I'm wrong. You know what? You're right, Vale. I apologize.
All right.
Why are you apologizing to Vater, Flawless? That affects your dignity as a content creator. You should never apologize.
No, when you're wrong, you apologize and you say you're wrong.
It's just because you know what? Because
Flawless is a man.
Because here the thing is, it doesn't matter. Even if he said we're 19th favorites, he has Manchester City winning the league. Focus on that. He's trying to get you away from the actual facts. He's answered your question, but we're talking about them being third, fourth favorites rather than City winning the league. Because if you talk about City winning the league, there's a whole heap of pressure, and we start looking at them at the microscope the way we've looked at Liverpool and looked at Arsenal, and Vader don't want that. I think he's been shushing me the whole time, like he scored a goal in the away stadium. Like he's been shushing me the entire stream.
Go on, Flawless. Tell him. Tell his ass.
You can't get a kid off. That's why, you know what I'm saying, Vader is extremely intelligent and he knows what he's doing. So rather than be talking here for the last 15, 20 minutes, however long it's been, about City being title favorites and all right, why have you only just scraped past Brentford? We're talking about how are they behind Chelsea? Because let's go through it. I didn't watch their game against Brentford, so I can't comment on how well they played. Haaland has seen the goal though, beast-like. I
No,
don't
you
how
know,
well
you know what? The one thing they're doing very
Haaland
well
is a beast,
is they're a lot more direct, and we're seeing the centre backs actually kind of finding Haaland first time rather than going into the midfield, then finding Haaland, doing that slow thing. So that is kind of something that we're seeing from like Pep this season, where he has changed the dynamics, and a lot of City fans were asking for last season. But the issue that I always have is I just don't know how long it's going to last. I just feel like there's a capitulation happening, and that's kind of my reasonings. I'm not saying that they shouldn't demand the league. I'm just not seeing it yet. I'm not seeing that consistency or that.
Souls, I'm not seeing it either. I'm not seeing it either. So despite the faith that I have in my club to be able to win it, I still see
That's why
what
you
we're.
haven't third, four favorites.
I see why we're not favorites. I see why we're not in a position of strength with regards to the title right now. So
See,
third,
man,
fourth makes a lot of
you
sense.
gotta have the
Listen,
data book, man. Trust me.
there's been clubs in this league
Lewis,
that
bring
were.
the waffle out, please.
Oh my gosh. There's been clubs in this league that have not won that have won the league and they weren't favorites to start the season.
True.
So that's what's happening here. You need maple
Lewis
syrup
is
if you're gonna do
holding
that.
Vader.
You're gonna need maple syrup. No, I don't condone that.
Maple syrup. You don't need maple syrup without that waffle, mate. You just don't. You get me? Bro, Vader is you're such an like, you know, Flawless thinks that Jay is the troll. Bro,
Facts.
Vader is the real troll.
Yeah, Jay,
Vader
own
is
that.
the real
Own that,
troll.
Jay. Own that.
I'm
Nah,
never a
Jay's a
troll.
troll, but
I've never been a troll at all.
Never-
If anything,
never been a troll.
if anything, if I was a troll, I would be like, I mean, European champions in the same 4 competitions than the rest of you guys, above some of you teams, already been to City away. If I was a troll, I'd be like,
get neutralized.
where's my moment? Where's Spurs going lead?
Here's the difference. Here's what it is, Jay.
Newcastle didn't beat
Jay,
Leeds
what
away.
you do because
Brighton didn't beat Leeds away.
Okay, you want to know something, Jay? Talk about Spurs. Go ahead. The floor is yours. Get your
before
moment.
you do, Jay. Nah. Because you know what's crazy?
No, go
Vader
Jay.
tried
Go
that
Jay.
same shit.
Jay, go.
Nah,
Go Jay.
No, Vader
No,
tried that
flawless.
same
Flawless.
shit.
Don't cut the man off. Let the man go.
No. We gonna get to Spurs. Don't worry about it. Here's the thing is, Jay, when I say you're a troll, you are a very intelligent person that know football very well. You troll with the truth. That's what it is. Vader does the same shit. You troll with the truth.
Oh, I like
People
that.
are-
Roll
people
with
are-
the truth.
That's
People
a
are
good shit.
likely, when they
I'm
go
a
troll,
pro
they think, it's outlandish stuff and it don't make sense. No, because that's easy to call out. If you was to sit there and say, hey, Spurs are going to win this and that, we're in all the same competitions, that's easy to debunk. But you're smart enough and intelligent enough to troll with the truth. Vader does the same shit. It's smart. Like, come on, man. We all know ball here. Whether we agree or disagree, but go on.
We all know ball is not. That's a sweeping statement.
Yeah,
I'm
we know
not sure
football.
Vader knows ball. I'll be
Nah,
honest.
Vader knows football, man. Don't let the trolling fool you.
I just cook and I don't know ball. I just cook. That's all I do.
No, he knows football, yo. He does.
We're not what do you call
Guys,
it?
let's give Jay his moment.
Yeah,
Spurs
yeah,
won.
man.
Spurs beat Leeds. Yay!
Hey,
Talk
big
to
up
the
for
people.
beating Leeds.
Hey,
man.
bro, listen, don't get, like Leeds away. The fans are a bit loud. They get behind the team. It can be difficult. Not everyone's gonna go to, like I said, Newcastle couldn't beat Leeds. Like Brighton couldn't beat Leeds. Appreciate these aren't the biggest names, but it's still a standard to work with. I think, Spurs look decent. Like, how good do we look? I think we'll find out in the next month. But I think we've got the best away the away record in the league. We've been to West Ham, Brighton, City, and Leeds, and I think we've got 10 points. So our home record isn't very good, and that's probably down to like quality on the ball. And we're missing Madison, we're missing Kulu, Moani hasn't played yet, Solanke's out. We're doing all right, like as in Frank's putting in his style of play. I was looking at who's going to stop Arsenal, and sometimes, I'm just saying, if you want a job doing, do you know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
I mean, like, if you want a job doing, you might want to do it yourself, but sometimes you don't have the capabilities. Do you know what I mean? You don't have the facilities.
Why am I seeing the Thanos movie cutscene when you say that?
I'm just saying.
No, let Jay cook. Yeah, go ahead. Stop Arsenal.
I'm just saying.
Don't call it left underneath the veil.
Like, listen. I probably don't want to reseal my bath. I mean, but if I want a job doing well, I might have to do it myself. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that I wouldn't hope that others could reseal the back for me. I don't want to have to do it myself.
But are you a
I don't
plumber?
think I'm capable of doing a good job. But if
he's
one of
Thanos,
you
man.
guys can
He's
do it
Thanos.
for me, you know.
Oh, so you're a plumber? Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, there we
Nah, he's
go. There
Thanos.
we go. There we go. Like, I mean, we are European champions. You know, so
You do know you're
You
coming
just
to my,
said you're not a troll, and now look
my,
at you.
I'm
no,
not a
wait.
I'm
We need to dismantle this myth that he's gonna do the job himself. You're coming to my home. You ain't doing shit, fam. You're coming to my gaff. You take your shoes off and you respect the gaff, all right?
I'm just, listen. Can I do? I've never done it before, but can I do it?
Well, you never won at the Emirates. You don't never win at the Emirates.
Oh, God.
No, their last win was like 2011 or something.
It's usually It's usually at home we win, away we don't. It's like
Okay,
it's
all
kind of
right, cool. I was just asking our interest also. Go on, Karen.
No, Nafisa, don't change Jay's words. Jay did not say we don't have the capacity. He says that they do have the capacity. So let's say his words correctly. Thank you very much, Nafisa. You get it. Let's not do that.
Listen, like it's a.
So what? Spurs are going to win the league as well, Jay? Go ahead, say it.
I'm just saying, listen. We are like, you know, it's been a great start. If you consider we finished 17, yeah, it's been a great start. You know, like we bought some decent players. Everything's cool. We got 4 points in the Champions League too. Newcastle away will be tough in the cup, but you know, like we want to win something this season too. Like, you know, you guys aren't the only teams that want to win something. We want to win something too. We got a taste for it. Do you know what I mean? I can't go back to the lifestyle I was previously living. I just can't. Like, I told everyone I've moved out of the city. I just can't go back. So that's my point to you guys. Thomas, Franks, Tricky, Lily Whites. You know, I think we've got a little something up our sleeves, and I appreciate people will say that I'm wearing a t-shirt, but you understand where I'm coming from. Yeah.
Wait, what? Wearing a t-shirt?
You know, Flawless was the one that figured you out from the start. You're a troll. You're actually a troll. We should have just.
You don't understand. I've known Jay for years. You know. I've known Jay a long time.
Have you known Jay longer than me? I met him first 3 years ago.
I knew Jay before content creating.
Oh, like IRL.
Yeah. We played in
the trolls. He's an intelligent troll.
Yeah. We played in
the
team.
team. Lewis, tell me before. What point did you make about being in the title race? What was your underlying point? Wasn't it kind of like
I'm here until I'm not here?
Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool.
Are you on the same way?
No further comment needed. No, nothing else to say.
Fair enough.
I respect it, man.
I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys think I'm saying with the formulation of the sentence, but I feel like this is a great point to move on. You know?
Yes. On that note, let me read the supers before we end. Let me read the supers before we end, guys, because I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore, bro. This is just like.
Wait, are we not going to give United their moment? They actually won a game.
No, I can give United their moment, but you see, this is where I'm a good friend. I want Flawless to have the United section on Sarcasm City TV where I'm redirecting. You get me? So it's a fresh idea.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's cool. Yeah, no problem.
I'm giving him the assist. There you are. Husam assist. Unlike Salah and Verse and Isak and all our players. Big up to D King who says, Husam, you are still Galacticos in the sense of money spent. Maybe if the logic is just money spent, then United have been building the Galacticos every summer for the last 12 years.
Right. We have just shit.
Arsenal.
What is that? If your logic for Galacticos is just money, then RIP football, bro. Like so.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Like, Maguire was a Galactico signing, bro. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
We have absolutely ruined the sport, guys. We cannot.
Harry Maguire, Galactico, mad.
Imagine, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Come on. It can't be just money. But even the people saying we are shit now and won't win the league are still saying we are favorites. So what is it? Lol, maybe I'm out of touch with the footy talk.
Is this a City fan?
No, he's a Liverpool fan. He's saying like,
I still got Liverpool.
No one's saying they're not going to win the league. No one's written Liverpool.
Some are though, Solz.
Well, what are rivals or Liverpool fans?
I think both. I've seen a mix. I've seen
And that's
Liverpool
emotional.
fans crashing
That's
out.
It's the same. It's the same with the Arsenal fans who, after the Liverpool game, were like, "Oh no, that's it. Liverpool are going to win the league. That's it. It's all over. We may as well just give it up now." And it's like, "Oh no, man, it's far too early for anyone to be written off."
It's like 90+ points to play for, and people are throwing in the towel. Mad.
I think it's difficult sometimes because you're obviously trying to give live commentary on situations whilst also not sound like you're giving excuses. Do you know what I mean? So every time, a lot of the time, context sounds like excuses. When you know, like giving praise sounds like glazing. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like I hear what you're saying. Like and then people want to be like, it's hard to not talk in absolutes. Do you know what I mean? Like you were watching United now, yeah. You might think these guys are somewhat competent, but you watch the game and Flawless will be like, Sunderland would knock it on the door before we scored.
They actually, do you know what? I even say that. Yeah, we actually played well. It was actually a good performance. We actually did play.
And I've got a quick question for you, Flo. How was that Le Mans or whatever his name is?
He played well. You know what I'm saying? You know what he did? Sunderland crossed the ball into our box, and I watched him come off his line, put his two arms in the air, and catch the ball.
I know it's one game, but are you feeling like?
I almost cried when he did that, and then the second time they did that, Sunderland crossed the ball into the box, and I see my goalkeeper come off his line.
Do you think he's a competent keeper then? Like, is he like?
I can only go off what I've seen. Off of that one game, yes, he did basics. That's what I talk about all the time. The only thing he did that I'd say was very, very. He did everything to a good standard. The only thing he did very well was the save from Xhaka. Xhaka's completely whacked that shot, and if that's by in there, that's a goal. Outside of that, distribution, general goalkeeping, fine. He went amazing. He did everything to a good standard. I
heard when he said this one back again. He was like, he collected the ball. I almost cried. I'm like,
I'm telling about it, yo. And then he did it a second time, and then there was a long throw, and he came out and punched it. I was like, what is this?
Great goalkeeper in form just before the Liverpool game. Unpopular opinion: Semenyo to Arsenal is what D King is saying. Why is that an unpopular opinion? That's so disrespectful to Semenyo. Like, you said it in a way like you suggested, like I don't know who, like Edin Ketia or something.
He started him over on that left hand side.
Yeah, man, bring me Semenyo.
Semenyo on that left hand side.
I think everyone in the Premier League will watch Semenyo next season.
If we're still, Champions League can be won with
Lewis, you would pick Semenyo as well, right?
Bro, I wasted 90 mil on Garnacho and Gittins. The fuck do you mean?
He's got Garnacho, bro. He's got Garnacho. He's fine. He's happy.
I think Semenyo's too expensive for what Chelsea want to pay for their thing. I think Arsenal will be there. I think Spurs might be there.
What's the valuation? What's the valuation? More like 60 to
70, 75.
Yeah, spend it. He gives you a boost for the Champions League.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Arsenal fans asking, are you going to win a trophy? The irony is what Cypher Blue is saying.
Fair point.
Hey, fair enough. If you got Solz to say fair point, you cooked. I'll be honest.
I mean, we haven't won anything in it. I can't be shamed.
Roll with the truth. What a saying. Big up everyone. Like and subscribe. Is what the piece is saying. You don't know something? Vaterg is so elite.
Yeah.
I asked him, do you think you're going to win the league? Yes, but we're also fourth favorite. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, it's just only Vater is capable of this shit. No one else is capable of this shit. Have you ever, imagine you're watching, a race, right? Like, you're watching a race in the Olympics, and you're like, I think this runner is the fourth favorite. I also think he's going to win. How does that make sense? What are we doing here? It's just the Vater special right there.
Vater special is...
Big up to Nafisa gives us flawless moving like the CIA. You're
I've just been on panels and spoke to people long enough to know, I can hear intelligent trolling. It's great to watch. Is what makes the content creator space so great. Is people doing it because it's you can't say what Vater's saying is wrong. That is, he believes they're the fourth. You can't argue him down about that, even though it sounds batshit crazy. He's trolling with it, but it's the truth. Right.
You know what's the funniest part about Flawless today? As soon as I asked Vater the question, Flawless said, keep in mind we did the prediction show. He's like, I remember what you said, Vater.
Yeah. Because everyone I do regular shows with, I'd say, top 8. We do a top 8 before, when the window, before the season starts, and then when the window closes as well, just to gauge where everybody's at. with each team. Well, the top 8, I should say.
Arsenal FC in a nutshell. August to October, Chest FC. November to February, Hopium FC. March to May, Excuse FC. By the way, Caicedo belter on Husam. Yeah, that was a great goal. It was a great goal. You get me? But stick by what I said. He's definitely not Pedri level. That's crazy. Flawless goalkeeper. I saw the bare minimum.
Yes. Because Nafisa, when you haven't had the bare minimum feels like the absolute maximum. Of course. I've had no meals and someone gave me a loaf of bread. Like, what do you think? I'm going to cherish that loaf of bread. Like, it's the best thing I've ever had. Like, have you seen my goalkeepers, Nafisa?
Would you say that half of the bread is moldy, or would you say it was a fresh loaf?
Nah, it was a fresh bread, man. It was a fresh. It was a fresh piece of bread. Yeah. It was a fresh piece of bread, very well buttered. That's what it was.
Oh, wow. I said very well buttered. I said well buttered as well. Oh, wow. Okay. Where did the butter come from? Okay.
That's it.
The butter is him collecting the ball from the crosses twice.
Twice. Him coming to collect crosses, man, twice. Him seeing
and then Flawless cried. Let's keep that in mind.
Him seeing that our striker's 6'5" and kicking the ball long to him. Just stuff like that. I was saying,
I did hear that Sesko had a good game, to be fair.
Imagine back when you were younger and you'd watch Wimbledon and Stoke and then think that in years to come, Flawless would be on content creation saying, this is what I've been missing. This is what Man United need. I respect it.
Yo, just comment again, just some common sense at times. All right, they're pressing up high. Our guy is 6'5", like he's Luka Doncic out there. Kick the ball along to him. Twice he did it. And then he come and punch one a long throw. It was great. You know what I'm saying? And right foot, left foot.
What do you think of Cunha being on the bench for Mount? Do you think that's any thoughts on that?
No, it made sense because he was one, he's coming back from injury, and two, he wasn't good when he got on, in particular against Brentford. He's coming back from injury. I expect him to get his place back eventually, yeah? But he needs game time. Like, he's not had a consistent run of games. Because he had the two.
Any questions about, like, because obviously one of the things I thought about, because when you buy a player, you can say something and everyone thinks it's agenda because he's a good player. But do you think, I've never thought he's particularly efficient, right? Like, I feel like he needs a reasonable amount of ball, like as in like he might try passes.
What are you talking about?
Talking about Cunha.
Talking about Cunha.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying in a team where maybe you have less of the ball or you're not as consistent in a gameplay point of view. Is that why he almost might say, okay, I sacrifice some of the maverick for someone who's just going to run, press? Because obviously Mount's pressing and stuff.
Yeah, because that's the manager's preference, and hence why he struggled. It's just more poor decision making.
100%. But do you think that if it gets to a point where United will consequently be a better team as a result of having somebody less like that, how will that? No, you just think he goes back into the team?
Yeah, he goes back in eventually because we need output. The reason why he was brought in is because we don't create and don't score. Even though he's not scored or assisted for us yet, even the creating side of things, as I said before, someone says he scored and assisted, has been better.
How many games is that? How many games is he not?
You don't. Hey, I'm your shirt right now. You see what it says on your shirt? That's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I'm at, yo. But yeah, I think overall he'll be fine. He was deciding, in the summer I like the most. I was like, what Cunha? I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, so I don't worry about him over. It's just under this manager.
Yeah, but they didn't sign Cunha for goals anyway. Like, they signed him for something completely different. But I hear your points. Anyway, regardless. Big up to all of you guys. We're going to wrap up the stream here. We're going to redirect you guys over to Sarcasm City TV. You get me? Where man like Flawless himself, you get me? The man, the myth, the legend, the celebrity, is live for a call-in show. So you guys get to speak to a artist, a rapper, a YouTuber, a legend of the game in YouTube. All you got to do is just call into his show. You get me? Why are you laughing? I'm giving you props, you fucker.
I appreciate it, man. This is
giving you props. All this prop and he's laughing at me.
Yeah, this is the way you say it, but I appreciate it, yo. This is smiling. This is happy. This is joy.
This is Lament collecting a ball.
Yeah, this is Lament catching the ball. Yes, this is it. Yes, see, Solz, you get it, man. I was saying it's been a great. We won the game. We won the game. We kept a clean sheet. My goalkeeper came off his line and caught crosses. Hey, You know, like, all right.
Happy days.
Say we won our customary
Happy day.
1 game a month. You know what I'm saying? We cashed it in early, man. Won our 1 game a month this season, man, early.
Oh God, bro! I fucking love. It's just this guy is iconic. Regardless, listen, love you all, man. You guys have been absolutely incredible in this stream, and we're gonna send you guys over to Sarcasm City TV. Also, please don't forget to check out all these amazing guys' content and their YouTube channels as well. Gunnar Solz, in case he decides to ever go live, the link is there. You get me? So, big up to all of you guys, absolute legends. Thank you guys so much for always showing us so much love and support. Love you all, and see you guys over on Sarcasm City TV. Peace out.
Cheers.